Did you tell anybody you're doing it?
No.
Good promoting for it.
Hello, fellow comic book worms. This is Nam. I have my co-host CJ here, and our guest of the day is Tylox TheMighty.
How's everybody doing?
So what happened is that I've been wanting to.
Are we supposed to say hello to everybody?
Hold on, let me finish, man.
No, I'm asking you. Listen. You're the host. Tell us what we're supposed to do. You give us no
Hold
guidance.
on, wait till I can finish, then I start commanding what you should do.
So we're supposed to say hello or not say hello?
Not yet.
No hellos.
Not
Okay,
yet.
I take my hello back.
So what happened is I try to create a video for everyone that I did interview on HeroesCON, but I never have the time to come around to it and edit those videos. Then I decided I'm just too lazy to edit videos, so I'm going to invite CJ as my co-host. I'm going to play those clips that I prepared. Of course, CJ is going to criticize it no matter what I say, so I just say, yes, CJ, and tell me how to be a better interviewer, and he's going to proceed to interview.
Not criticize you, help you. I'm helping you.
Yeah, right. And then he's going to interview Tylox TheMighty, our guest. While he's doing that, I'm going to try to draw Tylox TheMighty as his choice of superhero.
Oh, you want me to interview Ty?
Yeah.
So basically, what he wants to do is you to do.
You're using me. You're
Huh?
using me for your talent on your stream.
That's right. I'm using you.
Provide entertainment.
I'm using you. Okay.
I see.
Let's say I said this. You guys I already introduced you. Guys want to quickly introduce yourself? Go ahead.
You could have told me before we came on the stream what I was doing, so I could at least come
late,
with a game plan.
I told you to be here 15 minutes earlier.
Well, 2 minutes. You could say, "Hey, you're going to interview Tylox." Oh my God, it takes so long.
All right, you're the one who says you're a very spontaneous guy. So
all right, I'll interview. Listen, I'm very good at what I do. I'll interview him. I'll make a damn stream entertaining. No problem.
Who the fuck are you, CJ?
What the fuck are you?
Introduce yourself to the chat room, man.
I don't need an introduction. You know who I am. I'm Comic Journey.
All right.
Everybody knows me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Intropy, coming in here so early. Hey, Matt, are you still here? Hey, hello, Alex. All right, Tylox, go ahead and introduce yourself while I'm saying hi to the chat.
I'm Tylox TheMighty, if you don't know me already.
Hello, John.
Yeah, I collect lots of things: comics, records, baseball cards, well, sports cards in general. Yeah, and I hang out on YouTube. I hang out in real life. Go to cons.
K-pop, Flickr.
You kick ass. You get your ass kicked.
Yep.
Goes both ways.
I'm about to upload that now to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, actually, you have something really cool for us to talk about from this past weekend.
Oh, cool. Good thing you guys got topics here.
Well, I got to come up with something, man. What the hell? You can give me any warning.
Well, I mean, you're the one who say you're spontaneously good, so.
Oh, that's a great picture right there you used for us too.
Hello, Miss O. I'm gonna. I think that's it. Miss O is here. K-pop is here. John Stout, Alex. All right. Oh, there's Hoarders. Gary B. Hey, Gary B is here.
What's up, Gary? What's up?
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. One hello you get from me.
Right,
everybody gets one hello. Hello, everybody. And that's it.
So what I'm going to do is, first, before we do this, before we get more people in here, let me see if I could get Tylox TheMighty in here. Hey, Tylox, remember this image? Remember this story image right here?
Yeah.
Can you post just like him?
Can I pose like that? I think I can. Hold on.
You gonna screenshot him?
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, other way.
Make it big so you can screenshot him good.
No, other way. The other way. Exactly like that other way.
You look constipated.
I know I do. Really don't. Or I really do.
It's like this, man, like this. Turn your face around. Turn your face a little bit more. More. Not pull the camera. Pull the camera. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Right there. Right there. Okay.
Now stay like that for 8 hours.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
All right. Now, I'm going to take that off.
Oh, dang.
So you're going to draw Tylox in that pose.
Oh.
Yeah.
With the uniform on.
With the door on, like this.
You can put a helmet on him?
No, no helmet.
No helmet. Are you draw him with long hair or short hair?
This is a pose I got right here. This is that's the face I'm going to put on here.
You can draw it with long hair or short hair?
What do you want, long hair or short hair?
Do long hair.
Mm.
You want to reminisce, huh? You feeling remorse of the loss of the hair?
So let me go ahead and play the clip. Hold on.
Oh man, I forgot.
Hey, show me what you're gonna do. No. Okay. Look at you. Well, you figure this hide.
Look, there's another name on be able to get George Perez. I think we did fine. George Perez? Yeah. Hey, man, I mean, let me show you. So we were show it out. I had to push it out.
This was my whole weekend. It was so great.
Look what a mess the worm made our room.
They argued for 2 days. It's hilarious.
I forgot you even took that video.
All right. Now here's my interview that you're gonna be able to criticize. Hold on.
Oh, we're gonna watch your interview with Tylox so I can criticize your interview.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comments by the Bay.
Providing light for
She's my nightmare. Let's do this This is the worm, and you are.
TheMighty. You're HeroesCON. Having a great time. Hanging out with all the creators and all these artists.
What makes you you?
What makes me
Mix you. What the fuck, man?
I think that's even in there. I think that even got caught in there where you're like, what kind of question is that?
Replay so I can keep listening. Rewind it like a few seconds.
What?
Rewind
Rewind
like
it back
a
to
few
you.
seconds, 'cause I swear to God,
Rewind it back to the you.
Here?
I guess. You.
is the fact that I am very good, very chill, a very good person to hang around, and I like having a good time. So I'm down for pretty much anything.
Hold on. Somebody say increase the volume, so I'm gonna.
I was about to say, I don't know. Oh yeah, that.
Well, I thought it was. I thought it was your bad. I thought your video was bad.
I thought it was the mic.
Explain to me how tall you look. Big, tall. Tall, dark, and ugly guy. That's what.
Oh, my roommate, Comic Journey?
Yeah.
Horrible roommate. Leave his underwear just laying around everywhere. Floors, blows up the bathroom.
Leaves everything trashed up.
Yeah. Train wreck.
It smells horrible smell. What about your other roommate?
Oh, the worm? Worm is great. The snore. You don't hardly even know he's there.
I don't whack. He doesn't whack you.
He
I
farts
wonder how many
throughout the
drinks I
night.
was in when I was telling all these lies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shares.
That was it?
We broke the camera.
All right. Thanks for interviewing me, Tylox TheMighty. Appreciate it.
All right, that's it.
That was the interview.
That was the interview, and Alex, that was like June. Well, when was that, guys? When was that?
That was
16th?
That's on my channel too.
Was it like June 16th or something like that?
Yeah, June 16th, somewhere around there. About 3 months ago. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mid-June.
Yeah, about June. Yeah, yeah. No, not last year. This year. This year.
This past year.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's about 3 months ago. All right. So CJ, what's your comment?
Well, first of all, the audio is horrible.
Okay.
Like really bad. Put it closer to your face at least so you could hear the microphone a little better.
All right.
The lighting is terrible.
Well, I mean, Matt put a light for us. He shot
you want to be a professional. Bring a flashlight with you and flash it in his face, and then you'll have something going on.
Hey, 22, what's up?
All right, let's start with your opening question. What makes you you?
What is wrong with that question? What is wrong with that question?
What kind of question is that?
That question has changed since, like, that question constantly changed. Like, that will never be the same answer for that question.
You don't even ask him about his nasty. You just ask him what makes you you. What makes you you? Like what the hell is that?
Hey, man.
I like comic books and records and jujitsu and pole dancers.
Hey, you see there? You see all the information I get from the dude?
Yeah, because you actually had something interesting. I want you to talk to somebody that has nothing to say. Interview somebody that has nothing to say. Say what makes you you. And I wanted to see what they answer.
Mark just saw me without my hair.
For the first time?
Mark just saw me without my hair.
Apparently, he didn't see your great reveal. Because that was a talk for like a month.
Hey, Mark, how are you? Hey, circumstance.
I no lie. I went back and watched that one section of that video like 10 times in a row. It was just the turning around and everybody screaming. And the fact that I got people sending me messages saying they screamed at the same time y'all screamed. Like,
yeah, you gave us a real reaction at that point. Like, and then listen, you had complaints about your roommate. Is that what was going on with that interview? There was complaints about you. Listen, that's what you get when you sign up with a rock star. All right, that's the kind of environment you get.
I think the funny thing is by the end of the weekend, everything that I said about you was more accurate about him, and everything I said about him was more accurate about you.
What? What are you saying?
Because there was that one morning where Winter went to the bathroom before we all headed out, and I'm glad we headed out after that because,
listen, all I know, this guy could make money farting. This guy is a farting machine.
Oh my God!
What are you talking about?
What do you mean you talking about?
Each other, man, not me, dude. You guys distracting me from drawing.
Well, you go back to drawing. We're gonna sit there and we'll gossip about you. So this is what happened. The guy goes to bed, and literally I hear, what the fuck was that? Then I hear after a little bit, another.
And he was like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "That is the worm." That because me and you were sitting in the room still. Like
it was a whole symphony.
And then we hear from the bathroom, "Sorry, you guys."
Yeah.
A whole symphony of nasty.
PS, guys. PS.
What was the line of that weekend?
Oh, the line of the weekend is, yeah, she's not worth my nasty. Oh my God. We need T-shirts. We need T-shirts that say that next year. If I have to, I will go to the screen print shop and get them to make me one shirt that says that.
Listen, if we all make it down there again, I'm gonna make sure we all got T-shirts of that. She's not worth my nasty. That was
I'm personally proud of you have a senior discount.
you like that one too.
That was a good one too. Oh my god.
So for everybody that doesn't know what happened, we ended up deciding because the worm really like pushed us hard to go to a strip joint. So we're like, all right.
Yes.
It was
You know
all
what?
a good idea.
We don't want to ruin the old man's night. So we're like, all right, we'll go to the freaking strip joint. All right, gee, the worm really wants to
So
go. Let's go.
I walked on a broken toe for a quarter of a mile to make this old man happy.
Yeah.
You know that my toe hasn't recovered from that trip either.
Hello, Christina.
I probably fractured my toe too that weekend, and I didn't realize it.
That
I told
is a
you
good
what happened.
question, Beef it. The next competition
brother
I compete in, the first thing I'm going to do is pull guard.
Hello, can it?
Did I tell you what happened to me that weekend? Yeah, I did. I told you, Tylox, right? At the airport. The fat chick that stepped on my foot.
Oh yeah.
With her freaking heel right in my freaking toe. Messed me up for the whole trip. And to this day, my toe doesn't feel right from that.
It won't ever feel the same ever again, and it probably looks different than it did before. It'll never look the same ever again either.
Deformed my toe.
Yeah, because mine's the same way. It doesn't look, and it never feels. It's not. I haven't heard it since, and I've used it. I put all. I've not changed anything since it healed, but it always feels like it's about to give. So
But I didn't think I broke it or anything. I just thought she inflamed it, like made it like, bruised up. I showed you. It was like all red and shit. That's what I thought it was. But hey, well, it is what it is. So we definitely had a situation where the worm forced us to go to a strip joint. We didn't want to go, but he really wanted to go. So we went. And the first thing that comes out of his mouth at the entrance, because, sometimes at these clubs, these gentlemen clubs, they ask for entrance fees.
Freaking,
So
how
what
much
did you-
was it? 20-some fucking bucks, right?
Oh, I don't know what it was. It wasn't that much. It was like 10 or 15 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
He turns around and tells the lady, this very voluptuous woman that was sitting there collecting tickets, do you accept senior discounts?
And she said, "You know what? That's a good question. Nobody's ever asked me that before."
Did you see the security guard? He had to peek his head in it. He heard it. It was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, that was so great because she was just like everybody lost it, and she lost it. She was just like, nobody's ever asked me that before. I was like, oh my god,
What was going through your mind, dude?
What?
Saving money for the con, man.
All right,
I'm gonna buy the comic books.
The best part was at one point I looked at him and I was like, "You see anything you like?" And he was like, "Man, I'm not spending any money here. I'm buying comic books tomorrow." True. No truer words have been spoken by any nerd anywhere. And I'm not giving them my money. I'm buying comic books tomorrow.
The only one missing from that night was Drac. Drac was with us too that night, I think, right?
Yeah.
He was a character that weekend. He could hang. He could hang all night.
He was everywhere. If I was at the bar, he was there. If we were at the con, he was there. Hanging out, he was there. There was that one night where everybody went out to somewhere. They went out to somewhere, and I don't even know where they went out to. And I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm tired. I'm going to go up to my room." Not Drac. He was like, "I'm down. Let's go." I was like, "Dude."
Oh, you're talking about the infamous night where all shit broke out that night. You went home early.
There was another night. It was like the first night or something like that, and everybody went out to like some little bar nearby.
Oh yeah, you didn't come with us. That's right.
Yeah, I was like, "Man, I'm tired. I'm going up to the room," and like Drac never said no to nothing. Like
You are so lucky, because we had a group, and I'm like, I'm gonna fix these guys. So I would go to the bartender. I'm like, "What's the most fucked up drink you could have?" He's like, "What do you mean, the strongest one?" No. The nastiest tasting one. Which one can you come up with the worst? And he would come up with the worst. Sambucas, I was giving them shots, and this other weird ass thing that tasted like dry ass. They were drinking that. It was like the craziest drinks.
Well, you remember what happened when you asked me what I wanted to drink, and I was like, Beam and Coke, and you were like Beam and Coke, and I was like Jim Beam and Coke, and so you walk up to the bar and you're like, hey, what is the cheapest bourbon you have? And
Yeah, the shittiest bourbon.
It would probably be a Beam and Coke. And he was like, you know what? Give me that. That's what he wants anyway.
I wanted to see if you would tell the difference between drinking a shitty Beam and Coke and I'm like, get a good whiskey or something. You know?
I can tell the difference. I've drank so much Jim Beam that I can if I smell it.
Sometimes you can't when you dilute it with the Coke, though.
Hell no, Bound. How are you?
No, because it's got a certain sweetness to it. It's not quite as sweet. It's more sweet than Jack Daniels, but it's not quite as sweet as Southern Comfort. So it's like a in between kind of thing. It's
Southern Comfort's not really a whiskey or Scotch. It's something altogether different.
Oh yeah, Scotch is it's completely different taste.
You know, all I know is this: they do not know how to make a old fashioned. The worst old fashions I ever drank were down there.
And you weren't the only one who said that. Drac said that. Who else said that? Rob?
They don't know how to make drinks. That's the problem.
I was about to say, I know Drac said that. I think Rob had an old fashioned and said it wasn't that good.
That's usually my go-to drink when I'm at a bar or something. I'll get an old fashioned, you know. Either that or, you know, whiskey in the rocks, something like that. But it was pretty bad. But
oh, that's a good one, Sid. Jim Beam and Mountain Dew. That is really good. We used to make a drink that we invented. Well, we say we invented it. We don't know if we invented it. And when we were younger, we called it a buttery nipple. It was
buttery nipple.
Yeah, it's butterscotch schnapps, Mountain Dew, and a little bit of Southern Comfort, like a splash.
It sounds like diabetes.
Yeah, we called it the buttery nipple. It's really good. What's up, Norrin?
That sounds kind of gross, actually. What the hell?
It's actually really good. You would think it's really gross. Somebody handed me one, and I took a sip of it. And I was like, what is this? And he was like, I'm calling it the buttery nipple. And I was like, this is delicious. And he was like, is it? I was like, this is incredible. And I like pounded one down and was like, give me another one. And he was like, for real? And then every time he would give one to somebody and be like, taste this, they'd be like, make me another one of these. Holy crap. And I was like, Joseph, you're on to something here, man. Like you have found the drink of the group here.
Maybe that's the drink. Maybe that's the go-to thing.
I'll see if I can get them to make it next time we're at the West and see if she can make that and not mess it up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna re-up on my beer.
Yeah. All right. While he's away, should I say hello to your people?
Sure.
These are your people, not my people. Your people, because this is your show.
Lot of people from Insomniac, but there's K-pop, Cali Comics, Six Face. Hello, Six Face. I don't know who Six Face is. Do you know Six Face? John Stott's here. Real Root is here. Brother Joe is here. Norn Rad. I miss you, Norn. Biffit, of course. Lisa Noble. Noah Bound. Alex is here. 22.
You want to tell everybody how you like boobs?
Too many mixed crowd here, man. Flicker.
So
What?
So we go into the strip joint. He asked for the senior.
Hey, Alchemist.
What else happened that trip? We talked about the nasty. What else did he do? How about the farting incident where we're walking in the street and he's farting and he was blaming aggressively relaxing for his farts?
It was all aggressive relaxing. What are you talking about, man?
What are you talking about? I started yelling at him because you started telling me that it was him that's farting, and I'm like yelling at him, and then finally you turn around. So this is the case. We're walking down the street, and literally every single step, one fart. No exaggeration. One step, one step, one step. That's basically what was happening. So I'm like, who the fuck is farting?
Naman, did you eat kimchi or something before you came?
Dude, I didn't fart. If you tell me I farted during my sleep, okay, I have no argument. I was a freaking conscience. I did not fart when That
the
was a
worm turns
stressful,
around.
relaxing.
Listen, that's not the way it went down. You turned
No,
around and
that's how
tell
it
me,
went down. What are you talking about? That's the lie.
you turn around and tell me
Fucking
it was
lie.
AR. You told me it was AR that was doing. So I go off on him. I'm like, what the fuck kind of human being are you? You keep farting. Every step you're taking, you're farting. You can at least walk behind me or something so I don't have to get the whiff of your fart current. Anyway, I'm going over. After about 15 minutes of me yelling at aggressively relaxing about farting the whole way, he turns around and says, that was my farts. Those are my farts. And then he keeps walking with more farts. I was like, what the hell is this?
No, that wasn't me.
If it wasn't you, why would you say that? That's my farts. You
I
said
did not say
that.
it was my fault.
You
I
said
told you.
that. It was your
No,
fart.
I was showing you the difference between his and mine.
So you
Like,
He was showing you the difference.
dang, that's not how my fart sounds. That's his
What's
fart,
up, brother
and this is
Joe?
my fart.
What's up, Callie?
I was well aware of your farts from the room. Oh man. Then we go into for lunch one day in the hotel, and he meets some Korean waitress that fell in love with him and started giving him fruit.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I do remember. And it was really out of nowhere too. She was literally just bringing him stuff, and he's like, "Thank you," and she just kept bringing you stuff. Like I was like, "What the hell?" Like,
She gave him the Korean discount.
or something. I don't know.
And you guys got all discount, man.
What?
I don't know
You
what
guys
was
got
going
the
on.
discount.
He was
I told you guys to
he was
live in a
really,
good
really nice to you.
Whatever.
You guys
She
live
gave
in
you
a good
discount because of you, and she gave you fruits. Like I never seen this
It
before.
was a fruit cake.
Fruits like real fruits, like a fruit plate.
Yeah, she wants something healthy for us.
She wanted something else from you. She wanted the worm. I think that's what it was.
Uh-uh.
I told her I was married.
I know it doesn't mean that she can't like you.
Oh my God, she didn't. Apparently, she didn't care. But I mean, to be honest, I mean, I would have took the free fruit too. I mean,
And sodas too. Fruits and sodas. What else did she bring? She brought a whole bunch of shit.
I was like, "Yo,
Bunch of ketchup bottles. That's cute looking ketchup bottles.
The cute ketchup
yeah,
there.
yeah." She gave him a bunch of little ketchup bottles and stuff.
She gave him cute ketchups, all kinds of stuff. I met with him down in Baltimore too.
Baltimore
Yeah, I
was
saw
a
that. I
good
saw y'all hung
experience.
out in Baltimore.
This past
Baltimore.
weekend.
You had a good week. You had a good experience. I didn't.
It was a different experience. I got to meet different people in different ways down there.
Yeah, I just didn't have a good experience.
I had more fun in HeroesCON, to be honest with you, because I was goofing off. They made me fucking work down in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that.
Nothing's gonna beat HeroesCon, especially since next year I think K-pop said that she's definitely coming. I think Bleeker said he might come or he is coming, something to that nature.
Listen, if I know for a fact, like 100%, I know that a lot of people, a lot of Insomniacs are going. I'll get a table for Insomniac Nation. I'll get a booth for Insomniac Nation, and we'll all get exhibitors passes that way.
I'll be down to work a booth for a day. We'll just take turns on every day having a couple.
We don't even have to do anything with it, man. We just fucking put a dummy there. It was like $175 last year for the booth, and it comes
Really?
with 6.
Was that it?
And you can bring up to 6 people with the passes.
What's up, Rage and Cage and Comics?
So
Haven't seen him in a minute.
I'll seriously consider it if that's the case.
Oh, by the way, I just posted up my fight. It's on YouTube.
What would you? Oh, you posted up.
I
Tell us
posted
about
it
it.
up all 26 seconds.
What happened? Some little kid kicked your ass?
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be a thing where like I was gonna have somebody my age, but apparently not. Apparently, if they have enough people to do that, they do that. But if not, you just get lumped in. So my first opponent was my only opponent was a 23-year-old who had 4 stripes on his white belt. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting, but I still got a chance. Yeah, and he tapped me out in like 26 seconds. He caught me in a single armbar that I didn't even see coming.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I was literally trying to just pass his legs, and the next thing I knew, he had my arm, and I was
So
like,
would it
"Oh
felt
crap!"
better? So would it felt like better to you if like an old man kicked your ass or the young kid kicked your ass?
I mean, to be honest, it really didn't matter. I
Would
mean,
it felt like better to you if like an old man kicked your ass or the young kid kicked your ass? What the hell? Why we have an echo?
we have an echo.
Tylox, are you playing? Are you live streaming on yours?
I'm streaming on my channel.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, I connected it to my channel, so this is also on my channel.
What about your? Where's your thingy?
It should be the second thing that I posted. It might even be a short because it's like 26 seconds. It's not even that long.
Here it is, I think. This
What
one?
about
That's it.
What about if a girl kicked your ass? Would that been worse or better?
I mean, that's happened before. I've had girls tap me out. It happens. Oh, here we go.
Look at them.
I pulled him, and he tried to pull me back, and I didn't move, and I thought I had him, and then he went down, full guard, and then I tried to pass his leg. I pushed down on his leg to pass his leg, bam, triangle choke, and then I tried to get out of it. I turned, he got me in a single armbar.
Wait, what? You're the one in white?
Yeah, I was the one in white.
Yeah.
Dude, you gave up too quick, man.
I'm just going to the video.
Why didn't you try to bite him in the crotch or something?
At first, I was just going to pass his leg. And then when I went to go pass him, bam, he just hooked me. And then I tried to turn out of it, and he just didn't let go of my hand and my sleeve. And when he didn't let go of my sleeve,
he put that much pressure on you? That quickly? He put that much pressure that quickly on you?
That quick. It's that quick.
How come he looks bigger than you?
Pressure, and you can fight it, but at the same time, I mean, you don't know how much pressure it's going to take to snap something or to break something. And when I got done, I got off the mat. I tried to like straighten my arm out all the way. It wouldn't straighten out all the way, but it didn't hurt. And I was like, oh, I think I broke something. I think I popped a tendon or something. But then I had to I started massaging it, and eventually, after a few minutes, got to where I could open my arm up all the way. Like, yeah, it's that quick.
Yeah.
Watch. All right. I pull him. He tries to pull me back. He can't move me, so he just goes down. And then I try to pass. Like, he gets me in close guard, so I'm going to pass him. And then, bam. He tried to get me in a TP choke, and then I tried to get out of it, and then he just captured my arm.
He tried to give you a crotch shot right in the beginning. What the hell?
It's that quick. It'll come that quick if
See, that's why I'm not good for those sports, man. I'm too damn stubborn. So I'd probably break my arm before I tap out. I
mean, you can fight it. Like if he would have had me in something like a choke, I would have fought him a lot longer because the worst thing that happens is you pass out and then they just wake you back up.
See, you didn't do what I told you to do. Jam your finger. I told you that somebody fucks with you, you jam your fingers in their armpit. They'll let go of you so quickly.
You'd be surprised because I did that to myself the other day, and I actually pinched really hard, and it didn't even hurt because that's happened so many times before.
In the armpit?
It didn't.
No, I'm talking like you just jam your fingers right in the armpit, like just jam them as hard as you can. You see how quickly they'll let go of you.
But he just he had the position and he went for it. I tried to get out of it. I did everything fundamentally sound, and I stuck with my game plan. But I should have just pulled guard. Is what I should have done. I should have pulled guard because I'm better once I'm on the ground than I am if I'm trying to
Are you going to get a rematch to save face?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until after I move, so I'm closer to the dojo. So it'll be like next year sometime, and then I'm just going to do it again. I'm just going to keep competing.
I thought you were already in the moving process.
No, I'm currently saving up. And by the end of this month, I'll be able to credit-wise. Then I just have to get the money up. I'm going to try to move before the end of the year.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you got like an offer that was accepted, and you
no, not yet.
I've
just got to get my score up a little bit more, but by the end of the month, it's going to be naturally up more. So I'm like, well, I just got to wait. So now I just have to get the money up for like, you know, fees and down payment and all that good stuff.
All right, exciting stuff, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting. I was like, man, you can't say I'm not an adult now because I've got a car payment. I'm about to have a house payment. Like, I'm going to have all the adult things.
You got an adult haircut? You got yourself an adult haircut? What else?
Did your girlfriend forced you a haircut?
No, I've always done that. Like, I guarantee you in about 3 or 4 months, I'll have a mohawk. Like, I'd always change my hair up. The mullet was the longest I've had any one haircut. I always change it. I'll either, unless I'm growing it out long, which takes time. I think the longest I've ever grown my hair out and not cut it, I grew it out for like 4 years straight, and it was literally down to my ass crack. And then I just was like, I'm done with this. And then I cut it. And so, like, I'm always doing that. Like, usually every
You don't like that? You don't like that ass crack hair?
Oh, man, it's gross.
Did you ever like shit on your hair by accident when it was that long?
No, but I've done stuff like, you know, you'll be like, you know, I'll sit there and like, you know, I'll like wipe, and then a big old like chunk of hair will come off because it's just been collecting down there and I didn't know it was down there. It gets gross.
Ew.
Yeah. It gets gross. I think that was what made me cut it the first time after 4 years.
You got shit on your hair, so you're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. You have to like put your hair up before you go drop a deuce.
Oh my God. That's too much thought.
Yeah, see, that's why I did it. Like, but yeah, like the mullet, I think was like the longest I've had any like one haircut since I've been like 20 something. Like every 6 months, like literally probably in a couple months, I'll have a mohawk.
Well, he had the mullet when he first started the judo.
Yeah, it always did get like, you know, pulled, stepped on, stuff like that. But I mean, if you're going to have long hair, you just have to come to, you know, peace with it that's going to happen. And it's really funny because everybody who was at the dojo who had long hair, that we all cut it. Like you would see people come in and their hair would be gone. Like there is one guy who has long hair now, and he's so used to it that he's just not going to cut it.
You know where you fucked up, man? You didn't use the power of the judo chop. That's what happened. If you use the judo chop,
I do love the fact that I grabbed his sleeve and I grabbed his collar and I pulled him and he pulled back. And when he pulled back, I didn't move. And I was just like, yeah, that's not going to work. So it was immediate. He immediately knew, okay, this guy is older than me, but he is way stronger than I am.
for Pete's sake, your guess is as good as mine what kind of interview this is. But we're talking about Tylox's judo experience. Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So what kind of tobacco are you smoking now? Or is it that wacky tobacco?
Second breakfast.
Second breakfast.
Yes. It is a Tolkien-inspired Lord of the Rings blend.
Let's get to the bottom of this, Tylox. You've become very sophisticated out of nowhere. You're pulling out pipes. You cut your hair.
Drinking Sam Adams.
What's this lady friend of yours doing to you?
Actually, me and the lady friend are no longer together.
Did you kick her to the road?
I mean, yeah, it just didn't work.
Did she get mad after the HeroesCon or?
No, she didn't get mad after HeroesCon. It just didn't work. It was just, you know, logistically it didn't work.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You want to talk about it?
Nah, it happens.
You want to tell everybody about your experience of not telling anybody in your family you're going to go to HeroesCon?
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard, was when he was like, nobody knows I'm here. I was like,
and he's driving down to Charlotte and he gets hit with a FaceTime and he picks it up.
It is, JD. Oktoberfest, Samuel Adams. Worms drinking the same thing. I'm a basic white guy when it comes to beer, man. I love these fall pumpkin spice beers, man.
That's probably why he missed all of North Carolina and went straight down to South Carolina when he was heading over to us. You remember that he missed the entire state and came to us?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he called me from South Carolina. He's like, I'm in South Carolina. I'm like, we're in North Carolina.
Man, we're talking about Tylox. We're talking about Tylox, not me, man.
Well, we're discussing you with Tylox. You forgot about that, didn't you?
I didn't know. I thought he came straight down to Charlotte.
I remember. I'm waiting for him. I'm like all nervous, like that he freaking fell asleep at the side of the road, and some hooker came and like molested him or something. I don't know what the hell happened. And he's like, "I'm in South Carolina."
Where did you go in South Carolina?
Where we were at the border city, man.
And he got in a fight with the freaking gas station people. Tell them about that. They wouldn't let you use their plug.
Yeah, they won't let me charge up my phone. My phone battery died because my wife called me, FaceTime with everybody. And then my wife goes, "Where you at?" I'm going,
What's up, Mascot?
I'm home. Why is there cars zooming behind you? Why is this welcome to Charlotte?
Dude, I love PBR. Rude. PBR is my favorite cheap beer.
Why did your navigation just say welcome to Charlotte?
And that was like, man, why are you calling me now? I mean,
I can't even pretend now. What the hell?
I can't even. I should know where you were at. Hold on.
I mean, my kids were looking at me, and as soon as I told them where I was, my kids were going, "Uh-oh." They were like, they had that "uh-oh" look on their face, like, "Uh-oh, mom's gonna blow up now."
I
think I caught her off guard too, by the way. So
I think so too.
Where you at?
Where are you at, Charlotte?
Some conference. I'm going to some conference.
What's up, Chaos?
What's the conference? I'm going, comic book conference.
I'm going to meet with my peers. Oh man, did you? Forget. I'm not even gonna get into it, but it was funny.
Dillon. He was in Dillon, South Carolina.
How do you know?
What it is. I was
How
like,
do you
I should
know?
know this.
How do you know he was in Dillon, South Carolina?
It's the town that like right there at the border, past like North and South Carolina.
What, Charlotte's like all the way at the bottom of South Carolina, North Carolina?
Actually, Charlotte is the furthest. It's like really far east. It's like right there on the point, like on the west side of North Carolina. So it's not that much farther to go to South Carolina. You can miss it really quick. Because, I mean, when I was coming up, I was like, where is this place? Because I should be seeing, like, this is a major city. Where is it at? And then I went over a hill, and you just seen buildings everywhere. And it was like, before that, I was like, dude, I see nothing. Am I in the right spot? Where is this place? And then the next thing I knew, I went over a hill, and there were just giant buildings in the distance. And I was like, oh, crap. So.
Did you like Charlotte?
It wasn't bad. It's better than Atlanta.
You ever been to
I'd rather
Baltimore?
go to Charlotte than go to Atlanta any day.
Yeah, you've ever been to Baltimore?
I have not been to Baltimore.
You don't want to go to Baltimore. That's another shitty town.
Did you ever go to another Comic-Con after that?
Who?
Let's see. I've been to Quantico, and I've been to DC, but I don't think I've been to Baltimore.
Baltimore's a decent con, but how you call it?
Man, I had a hard time finding the books I want.
Well, that's because everybody was overpriced. That's the problem.
Yeah, I found the books I wanted, but people are just wanting way too much for them.
Way too overpriced.
Except one guy. There was one guy who had the first appearance of Lobo, Omega Man, and he literally, like, I had a price in my head, and I literally walked up and asked the guy, and he was like, I just sold that book 5 minutes ago. I was like, for how much? And he was like, $60, and it was a nice copy.
Oh, there's an extra Dracula here. Hey, extra
And I was
Dracula.
like, man.
Hey, you should actually let actual Dracula on so we could have a four-way reunion of that strip joint night.
Sure.
Look, and I made AR. Charlotte sucks. Atlanta is beautiful. Dog, the first time I went to Atlanta, it was really nice. But this last time when I went to go see Vader in Atlanta, it
I
was
was gonna
like
make extra
it
Dracula.
was nothing but like homeless
Yes.
people and graffiti everywhere, and it smelled like piss. I was like, dude, what
Sorry
happened?
guys, this is for extra Dracula. This link here.
There were a lot of piss smells over in Baltimore. A lot of whores.
Horse. Yeah, there's a
lot of whores
lot of-
everywhere.
And see, we didn't see a whole lot of that in Charlotte. There wasn't a whole
No,
lot. I
no.
didn't see a whole lot of that in Atlanta, to be honest with you.
In Charlotte, there was like a whole lot of nothing going on at nighttime.
My favorite not Charlotte, but Atlanta interaction when I went to go see Vader, we were trying to figure out where the venue was. Me and two other guys who I seen wearing metal T-shirts, so I knew they were going to that show. They were like, hey, I was like, hey, are you going to the Vader show? They was like, yeah. I was like, where is it? They was like, we don't know either. There was a guy sitting in his car, parked on the side of the road, just sitting there in his car with his driver's side door open. He was rolling a blunt, and he goes, oh, are you guys looking for the masquerade? And we were like, yeah. He was like, you see that sign right down there? It's like, it points to the left. There's like an alley. You would think that's not where you want to go. That's where you want to go. Go down that alley. It'll take you downstairs to the masquerade. While he was rolling a blunt, just sitting on the side of the road, just in broad daylight, just in Atlanta. And I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
That's how it is in New York. Yeah, that's how it is in New York now. Everybody's just smoking in the streets and whatever, you know.
Which, I mean, I'm fine with. I don't care.
Which con would you want to go to? Where's your like dream?
Chaos and Comics. Yes, it was a tour with Chris Ian and Decrepit Birth, who give a shout out to them. They were incredible live, and their singer is an awesome dude. I talked to him for a little while. And who else was on that show? But yeah, it was that tour.
Was that your favorite concert to go to?
It wasn't my favorite. I think my favorite was Summer Slaughter Tour 2018 because it was like Nile, who are like hometown heroes. They're from Spartanburg, South Carolina. I know those guys. I've hung out with those guys. I've drank beer with those guys. I've drank shots with those guys. And Cannibal Corpse and Christian. That was the first time I saw them. And Revocation was on that tour. It was like a bunch of good bands. That was probably my favorite. But the Vader show, Vader doesn't come over here but once every 5 years. They're from Poland. They
So that was a special event.
5 years, 10 years, something like that. So that was really good.
Yeah, so that's special. The best European bands that I have seen were actually in Europe when I seen them. Scorpions.
Scorpions were good when I saw them.
I saw them in Greece, in Athens, by the Parthenon. And
I saw them when
Halloween
they fired their drummer, and their drummer was Mickey D from Motorhead because Motorhead had just ended.
You remember Halloween?
Oh yeah, I love Halloween.
They actually opened up for the Scorpions there.
I missed the Merciful Fate reunion tour with King Diamond. I love Merciful Fate. I love King Diamond. King Diamond.
Mastodon. So Mastodon asked, what is your opinion of Merciful Fate?
Merciful Fate. I love them. I love them with King Diamond, without King Diamond, but King Diamond's my boy. Anything with him, like solo, anything is great. I do love that he lives in Dallas, and he's like, I love when I hear people say, you know, King Diamond lives in a castle in Copenhagen, Denmark, and he doesn't even have electricity to use candles to light his way and stuff like that. He's like, no, I live in Dallas. I have power. I have a pool. Like,
I'm not that familiar with that band, to be honest with you.
Merciful Fate is literally the inspiration for Slayer. The first Slayer album was literally them trying to copy King Diamond.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So then I must
And
like
Tom
them.
Araya said that. He was like, that was my best King Diamond impersonation.
I like Slayer, so I must like them.
Yeah, King Diamond's Merciful Fate's really good. They were like the first, you know, they had face paint and, you know, scary like imagery and stuff like that, and, you know, really high pitched vocals and stuff like that. I love King Diamond. He's amazing.
I'll tell you what, Worm. How about you keep drawing, and I'll read the chat when it comes on.
All right.
How's that sound? All right. You
Because
do
you
your
were doing it. You're ignoring the chat room, man.
Well, you know what? Because that's what I do best. Okay. So
Don't ignore my guests at the chat room, dude.
John Stout says, "I love Am I Evil." Every time I hear "Am I Evil," I think about Diamond Head, the song that like Metallica covered. I love Diamond Head. Diamond Head's one of my, and they were in the same vein as like Merciful Fate. I love that band, dude.
you know what I got? I got like a small. I was young and I didn't appreciate it as much as I would have if I was older. I got to see Pink Floyd jamming with they're very good. They were very good friends. I don't know if they still are with a Greek rock group in Greece, and they would always come and hang out on the island that my mom's from. So one night they were all sitting around like this tavern, and they were all just jamming and playing. And I'm sitting there with I didn't even know who the hell they were at that point. I was like 7 at that point. And looking back to it, I'm like, I wish I was older to really appreciate what the hell I was listening to.
There's a song I heard today when I was riding around. Mastodon and Chaos probably like this. There was a song called "The Assiduous Soliloquy of Skull Nothing Face." It was a Gwar song. Jello Biafra played the Nothing Face, the Skull Nothing Face guy, and it sounds nothing like Gwar. It sounds like at some points it's like really jazzy, and it's like he's doing like poetry and stuff like that, and it's really weird, like how you like hear guys and you're just like at some point like Jello Biafra, I was like, dude, he sounds like King Diamond at certain points in the song, and I was like, I wonder if he was going for that because. The first time I heard that song, I was like, I didn't know that was Jello Biafra from Dead Kennedys.
Have you ever gone to a Gwar concert?
Oh, yeah. I saw Gwar in Greenville.
How was that? How was that? Because I could appreciate Gwar's gimmick. But I don't think I would ever want to go to their concert.
That was probably the best stage show. Like, it was like them and Slipknot as far as like the stage and like the lighting.
Yeah, I heard it's gross. I heard it gets really
covered. I was covered in like green goo and like fake blood and everything,
and shit and piss and urine.
Yeah, and it was really funny because they just completely played up to it. Odorous, this was like a couple months before the lead singer passed away, and they have the new singer now. He had a cod piece that was supposed to be his penis, and it was spraying green liquid all over the crowd. And me and my friends were in the front row. And like we literally opened our mouths and we're like, more. And after the song was over, he was like, you guys are this front row is out of their minds. All of them. You are all crazy and I love you for it. And he was like, by the way, you all now have AIDS.
Nice.
And he was like, and not that Magic Johnson AIDS you can get rid of, like the stuff you can't get rid of. Like
you got gorges all over yourself.
All over my face. It was great. It was a fun show.
How did it taste?
It tasted like green food coloring and water. That's what it was.
How did the gorges taste in your mouth?
It tasted like green food coloring and water. That's what it was. It was totally like Hero syrup or something like that. It was like Hero syrup and green food.
I can't handle that. That's why I never went to one of the. I had opportunities to go. I just never
if you ever go to a Gwar show, don't wear clothes you care about.
No,
I wore a white T-shirt and a pair of jeans I was going to throw away anyway.
I'm not in the mood to go there and get jizzed on.
Sorry. I mean, you don't got to stand in the front. You can stand at the back and just watch the show. Because there was a lot of girls at that show who stood at the back, and they were like, we are not going up front because we already know what's about to happen.
I'm sure there's plenty of jizzed on people that are going to touch you at the end of the concert. I don't want to be touched by. I don't want to look at the jizz flying. Hey, that's enough for me.
Why are we talking about jizz, dude?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Listen, Worm, you stick to your drawing, and I'm sticking to the interview.
No, this is my channel, man. Don't talk about G's.
We're not talking about G's.
Ramstein, that's another good show.
Yeah, so what's going on, guys? You guys over here bragging about hanging out and everything, man. Making a motherfucker jealous over here. You know.
Have you gotten just by Gore?
Hey, don't talk about G's.
I never been jizzed by anything, bro, other than myself. You know, sometimes you get it on the eye. I got this like
Oh, my
powerful
God.
one. Like one time, I almost got it on my eyebrow. I was like, "Oh shit!" Fuck.
Root's got a no just policy.
The best part was when I came home. And my girlfriend was waiting at the front door. And she's like, "Hey, baby, did you have a good time?" And she went to hug me, and she was like, "Oh my God, what is all over you?" And she was like, "Go shower."
Wait, bro, are we
Now I
ever gonna
see
get the
why.
mullet
I see
back?
why now.
Are we ever gonna get the mullet back, or what? What's going on?
Doesn't look that way.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna go back. I think we got sophisticated Tylox from this
Well,
point
let me
forward.
tell you something, bro. Like, I've noticed that, like, when I cut my hair, my girl touches me, and when I don't cut my hair and I got like all this shit, my girl don't like me. You know, and you know what? I don't give a fuck. You know, even I got all these patches growing everywhere, I'm still gonna grow it. So you need to grow the mullet back. It was a
So what's more
glorious
important to
mullet.
you?
You watch.
So what's more important to you, hair or
or
touchy?
Bro, let me tell you something. You don't get the touchy no matter what. That's the law. You
That's
deal
not-
with this hair and you put your shit, you know, fucking braid that shit while I'm fucking in there, bro. You know?
There you go.
Nah, I'm just kidding, bro. But for real, that's where your powers come from, bro.
From the
So
hair.
you would have, you know, you
You
would
guys
have been
want to
fucking
hear?
doing.
You guys want to hear a funny haircut story?
Yeah, you know, I just one quick thing that went through my mind. Nami, did you ever have long hair in your life?
I had an afro. before.
Circum.
You had an afro.
An afro.
Do you have any afro worm pictures?
Oh my God! Please show me a picture of
No,
that.
that was in high school. Back in high school, I had an afro.
Oh man. Yeah, Rammstein is definitely on my list of bands to see because they're
I just
probably amazing.
recently actually found an old picture of me in my early 20s, I think. I was like, what the hell? I look so different.
Nah, man, bro. I know this is your
What's up,
drawing.
Steve?
You could do whatever you want, but it would be sick if you gave this Thorlocks a mullet. Just saying.
I want to see Worm with the fro.
The afro, yeah, I want to see
You want
that.
me to
too.
do what?
So I went to the place where I
too.
always get my hair cut, right? And I walked in, and you know, there was a girl that was working. You know, I was like, I walked in. They was like, "Do you have an appointment?" I was like, "No." They was like, "All right, we'll have a seat. Somebody will be with you in a minute." And I got up, and they were like, "All right, we're ready." So I get up, and there's this black chick working in cutting hair, and I was like, "Hey, I want her to cut my hair." And they was like, "All right, cool." So I went there. I sat down. And I was like, she was like, "All right, what do you want me to do?" I was like, "I want to fade." And she was like, "How short do you want the sides?" That was the next question out of her mouth, and I knew exactly that I was going to get the haircut that I wanted. So she was like, I told her how short I wanted the sides. She was like, "Cool." So she got done doing my hair, and she was like, "Well, honey, I don't know if you're going to win that jiu-jitsu competition, but you're going to leave with a black girlfriend when you leave." And everybody lost it. I couldn't breathe. The girls that worked there couldn't breathe. We all started cackling. Like,
Hey, she made
there was a police officer who was getting his hair cut at the same time, and he made her stop cutting his hair because he started shaking and couldn't breathe. Like, he started doubling over laughing. And he was like, "That is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life." I was like, "Yo, she did not just say that."
Hey, you listen. She did a good job.
She did a good job. She did a really good.
She made you sophisticated Studley Tylox.
Marcus, did you love that story? I figured.
I would definitely want to watch the Ramstein as well. Never got a chance to, Mastodon.
lots of fire.
Wait, what do you mean never got Ranston's not together anymore?
Yeah, Rammstein I haven't got to go see yet. Matter of fact,
No,
I think
I just never seen them. They don't come around New York too often.
Really?
I don't know if they're still together or not, but I never see a concert happen in New York from Rammstein.
I think they came over a few years ago. They only come over every couple of years.
I'm saying it's very rare.
Well, right now
They go to Mexico a lot,
I think
too.
that, they're trying to cancel the lead singer.
Dude.
What did he do?
So apparently,
Dude, have you got? Hold on, before you say that, have you heard some of their
I don't know how
lyrics though?
this is a
They're
shocker.
hella like
I don't
that.
know how this is a shocker, but they have, like, you know, parties where they like, invite women to come to these parties and they tell them to dress a certain way. And these girls show up at the party. And one of the girls showed up at the party and the lead singer for Rammstein was like trying to holler. And she was like, "Oh no, I'm not sleeping with you." And he got mad. And he was like, "Well, probably called her some names or something like that." But then he like turned around and walked off. And they're like, "Oh, well, he's a sexist pig." And I was like, "He's a rock star, man. Like he invited you to an after
Wait, he didn't say nothing. He just said something. He didn't like.
Yeah, he didn't hit her or anything. She just said he said bad words to her, and then he like walked off.
What the fuck,
like,
dude? I would have been the same thing. But like, you on my show, bitch?
As a groupie, what do you expect that's going to happen if you get invited to a rock star?
I think the problem lied with she didn't look at herself as a groupie. But I was like, I mean, if I'm going to see a Bengals show and they invite me to an after party and they tell me to dress a certain way and I show up, I'm kind of thinking that they're probably trying to get with me.
Bengals?
Yeah, the Bengals used to be rock stars like dudes. Like they would throw after parties and like sleep with
the
dudes.
Bengals?
Like yeah, they were
hot.
Like the
that
Bengals
was hot.
Lost
that bit. I would walk like an Egyptian with her. I had no problem.
Yeah, I mean, apparently they were like famous for it. Apparently there are videos out of them like doing crazy stuff with guys. And I was like,
wait, what?
Go girl. I mean, you're the rock star. The role has been reversed. I mean, I guarantee you there were no guys complaining.
Hey, I would have been to that Bengals after party in the
look at K-pop. Look at what
Bengals. What are you guys talking about? Bengals? What?
You don't know the Bengals?
Look at what K-pop just said. The Bengals are some of the biggest shows, and they will tell you. They will tell you we wanted to play shows.
What? What the fuck? What do you do? Enlighten me, guys, please.
You don't know the Bengals, dude?
I don't, dude. I am the most uncultured guy.
All right, walk like an Egyptian. What's the hazy summer? Egyptian. What was the hazy? No, what the hell is it?
Yeah, I can't remember the other one. There was another big.
No, that one. We're talking about the football team at first.
Hazy summer. No, winter. No, hazy winter. What the fuck was it?
Yeah.
Help me, people.
But yeah, the Bengals
it's like on the tip of my tongue right now.
They were just like dude rock stars, except they were women. They were throwing after parties and like
Eternal Flame.
Like,
I'm googling them right now.
Hazy Shade of Winter. There it is.
I love that show. That was my favorite song.
That's a good song.
Eternal Flame was another one.
Eternal Flame. That was a good one too.
Hazy Shade of Winter. That was it's the hazy shade of winter. I love that song. I love it.
But yeah, they were just like dude rock stars. They would,
Manic Monday.
They call dudes their groupies, and they threw down, man. They partied.
Manic Monday was another song. Come on, Rudy, you got to know one of these songs. Yeah,
Manic Monday. They did Manic Monday.
Just another Manic Monday.
I didn't think that was them. I thought that was somebody else. Oh, I'm thinking about that other song.
Must have been Sunday.
I heard
because that's my fun day.
I heard that they would sometimes do a cover of that song. I'd like you better if we slept together, but they would sing it to guys.
I would like it better if I slept with it together with them too.
Sorry, I was muted. So tomorrow at work, I'm gonna be playing the Bengals all day, bro.
Dude, you're gonna appreciate them. Trust me, you're gonna like them.
Well, I just saw a video right now. I went on YouTube. I was muted, but damn. First of all, they're hot. Their music is rocking. I like it, and I have heard some of their songs. They've never knew their name.
And they got that rock star look, with the femdom look to them. They're like women. They're women rock stars.
Yeah.
And from all the stories I've heard, even them telling their stories, they were like, we were like rock stars, except dudes were our groupies. We acted the exact same way.
That's awesome.
We partied and we threw down.
Dude, how'd you get confused? Come on, man.
I need to hear these groupie dudes, bro. Like, imagine their stories. Okay,
you'll hear none of them complain.
I would have been like,
none of them complain.
Bananarama were good too, though, but not the Bengals. They weren't as good as the Bananarama. Cruel Summer was probably their best.
Do of me whatever you want. I would literally let them like tie me and just like whip me while they.
Okay, guys. What are you guys talking about now? What are you guys talking about right now?
The Bengals.
The Bengals, bro.
Listen, you don't listen to what we're saying. We're having a discussion. You draw, Worm. That you had me to entertain your crowd. You draw, and I'll entertain everybody. That's what we're doing.
Hell yeah, man! I miss you guys.
I mean, don't make this X-rated shit.
We're just talking about the rock bands.
Did
I mean,
take it to the X-ray?
If you want, I can take it back to the jizz again. You want me to talk about jizz?
no.
Okay, so let's.
He's like, no, you're good.
I try to take it away from the jizz, so I don't know. Yeah, they sang Venus too. I forgot they say.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you guys something. If I was ever like famous, like super famous, and I got caught up on some like canceling shit, right? Somebody tried to cancel me, like some women try to cancel me for whatever, like I said or something. I would literally let all the feminists just like put me, like tie me up and whip me. That's how I would get uncanceled.
Just go apologize on camera and say, please come and whip me.
Oh, rude.
Rude. And anything you want.
Snoop Dogg did.
Hit me as hard as you can so that you can feel better about yourselves. How about that?
Rude. Have you heard about the interview that Snoop Dogg did?
Nah.
So these girls had him on a podcast or something, and they were like, "Do you ever think now, with like some of your lyrics back in the day, do you ever regret writing those lyrics and stuff like that?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "The way you used to talk about women." And he was like, "Oh no, baby, look, those were hoes, okay? Those were not like sweet, elegant women like yourself. Those were hoes." And I was like, "Oh my God, he is just doubling down."
Let me look at your pipe.
Well, that's what I would do. I would double down. Like, if you cower.
Oh no, baby, no. I was like, "Oh my God."
What did Nami say about pipes? What?
May I see your pipe? Show me your pipe.
You want to show your pipe?
Oh, I know, bro. That looks dope.
Dude, you really don't really ask a man to show you his pipe.
I wish I could show like the grain. The wood grain would show up. The wood grain on this is a cheap $20 starter pipe. It's even got like a metal insert.
You really shouldn't talk about your pipe like that either, Tylox.
And the stem is tortoiseshell, plastic tortoiseshell. Very old school looking. But the grain on this thing is really, really.
Are you talking about indecent things again?
I'm not. I'm just talking about pipes.
Well, you're listening to
I'm listening to you. You guys have a nice interaction about your pipes.
This one is just for tobacco, Steve.
Where are you from, Naman? Are you in the legal zone or the unlegal zone?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh man, I miss you guys, bro. Naman,
he's been legal.
Rude, we miss you too, man.
Yeah, bro. I've been busy, bro. Being the dad.
Life. We get it. Life.
Hey, winter's coming. Winter's coming, bro. So get ready for a lot more Rude, man.
Dude,
for sure.
Life. That's all you have to say. Life. It happens. You do your thing. This YouTube will be here.
Yeah.
Anytime you're ready.
Yeah, bro. You know what?
And Nama will be here to ask you about your pipe.
Yeah. Can I show you? Want to see my pipe, Nama? I got a big one.
I was about to say, I got a big one.
Is yours crooked like Tylox's?
No. Well, no. I think it was handcrafted pretty well.
Okay. I thought Nama had frozen. I was like, is he frozen in
nowhere?
No, he just has lost for words. That's
let me show you guys something cool. Let me see. Since I want to keep it legal.
I think he's got a completely lost for words right now.
Alex, what do you think? Is there any resemblance to you?
It's really, really, yeah. Oh my God.
It's looking pretty Tyloxy.
Yeah, it really does look like me. That's scary. And
it definitely looks like you. Except it's missing the mold.
You've been using, what is this, paint? What are you using?
Well, I think it's there.
It's I'm putting a lot of muscle on your ass. Say thank you.
On his ass.
Well, we can't even see his ass.
We can't even see his ass. What do you mean?
I say I'm giving him a lot of muscle, so he should be thankful. Look at the bicep I'm giving him.
So in other words, you have no muscle, or you look like you don't have no muscle.
Actually, that was one of the biggest compliments right before the competition. I was rolling with a guy who's
All right, show me your bicep then. Show me your bicep then.
his day job is he's a police officer.
Tylox, he wants to see your bicep.
Holy shit! Okay, you do have a
Show me
nice
your python.
What kind of tattoo you got on there?
Can we see your biceps now?
This one is a Metallica tattoo from the Master of Puppets tour, Damage Incorporated tattoo, and then this is Coco Pelli.
Okay, I'll give you even
Anybody
bigger
who knows
bicep.
anything about Native American lore knows who Coco Pelli is.
Dang it! I'm sorry. I'll give you a bigger bicep. I'm sorry.
Well, seeing you up close, Tylox, I will say this: you're a very slender guy, but you are nervy. So when you flex, you can see that you have some muscle, but you don't have
It's
that
really
kind
weird
of.
because even when I lifted weights, when I was like in my late 20s and I lifted, like all the time I was going to the gym and lifted, I looked bigger, but I didn't look like I had any definition until I flexed. And then I have like a stone cold body. Like
You don't want me to flex, right?
Right,
I want you to flex.
24-inch pythons.
You look at your arms, bro. They're looking pretty thick, bro. Let's see. Let's flex. Can we all flex?
It's camera magic.
Starting by Naman. Naman, can we see your biceps, bro?
See if I can do this without knocking this over. Hold on. What is this?
Yeah. Oh
Look at
shit.
that.
Naman, you go to the gym
Look
too.
at
God
that.
damn,
He's got
bro.
actual
What
muscle.
the
Look at this guy. It's from picking up all those beers.
Nothing but real man.
Not a rep here. Not a rep here.
Okay. It's your turn, CJ. Come on, bro. There's a fucking bicep.
Can you even see anything? Can you even see anything?
Bro, so since you're always showing us your hands, this is like seeing like your bottom.
Can you see any
you know?
definition?
A little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I'll flex my forearm. How's that?
That looks pretty manly, bro.
Yeah, I
wouldn't
got
punched.
pretty manly forearms. I got good.
I wouldn't want to
well,
get punched by you.
I got good veins going on.
The chat is not letting us down at all. The chat is amazing right now.
Appreciate the chat.
Well, anyway, so like the last night before the competition, when I was gonna, last night before we rolled, I rolled with a guy who's a police officer during the day. He said, I'm going to try to swing by and make the competition, but I've got a security job that day. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there in time. I just rolled with him. And after we got done rolling, the first thing he says is, you've gotten a lot stronger since the last time I rolled with you. And I was like out of breath, like laying down, like, thank you a lot. It means a lot. But he was like, no, for real, you've gotten a lot stronger. He was like, I don't know if it's just from you doing this or like, are you working out at home? I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing push-ups and stuff and nothing crazy. And he was like, you're doing good. I like it. He was like, yeah, he's a pretty tough dude. And I was like, holy crap. Coming from him, that's pretty, because he's a bigger guy. So
see, I'm so not built for that. Like I would cheat so bad if I was in jiu-jitsu and like I would eye gouge and like fish hook. Like I would not like to lose.
You would scratch and bite.
I don't have long enough nails. I'll bite. I'll freaking bite their ass if I need to.
You would be surprised because everybody preaches don't use strength, use technique until you get good, like decent at using technique or you start using it a lot. And then you find out, like, it was like when I grabbed that kid and I pulled him, I figured he was going to pull me back and I was going to move. And he pulled me back and I didn't move at all. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm stronger.
Yes, I'm gonna hop off. I just wanted to come kick it with y'all real quick. Thanks, Simon, for letting me in.
Yeah.
If you guys go later, I'll hop back on for sure.
All right, Rude.
All right, my bros. Love you guys. Chat, everybody. I fucking love you guys for real.
What's up, Rob?
I bet Rob liked that. Me biting people's asses.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm sure he loved that.
Yeah.
Hey,
As long as they stay away from the jizz, I'm fine.
Oh, you want us to
He
go back to
whatever.
the
He can buy whatever he wants.
You want us to talk more about the gorges?
Don't even tempt me. I will try to get in touch with Guar and see if I can get their lead singer to come on, and he will talk about jizz for an hour and a half.
You got to make sure it's on Nabin's channel, though. I just had powerful images of what happened in your hotel room. He was right across from us. That's the funny thing. Rob was right across from us.
Yeah. Rob and Chris were right across from us.
For somebody, I don't know what this means. I see Rob, like at the end, he's like, I knew when you were walking in the hall every time. Like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? I knew it when you were coming in. Like, am I a loudmouth or something? And you can hear me?
You are freaking loudmouth. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not a loudmouth. You're a loud farter. That's probably what gave it away.
Whatever, dude.
No, you whatever.
It was either Naman's gas, my laugh, or just Comic Journey being loud.
Am I that loud?
Jesus.
Yes.
How do you not know this?
Yes.
I don't think I was loud. Oh, it's distinctive, my voice. See, Rob's a politician.
Hell, and just nice guy, Rob.
Did you just say I'm not a loudmouth? Self-aware. Hashtag self-awareness. Am I really that loud? I didn't realize I was that loud. All right. Here's the thing. We're gonna talk a little slower for the ASMR people, okay? And we're gonna whisper into the microphone. And we're gonna talk like this.
Gotta make him happy.
We're gonna talk about this as the worm is making his drawing of Tylox holding his rod.
He's not holding my rod, right?
Please keep your voices down.
There was, by the way, just to clarify, there was no rod holding that I know of
Apparently,
in that hotel room that weekend.
the picture's saying something else differently altogether. Yeah, I see you holding. You got a firm grip on a rod over there.
Oh my God.
I'm not creepy. What, am I creepy? Now I'm so say I'm creepy. First time you guys tell me I'm a loudmouth. Now I'm creepy loudmouth. How could you be a creepy loudmouth?
Here is my perfect description of CJ. This is my perfect description of CJ. Right? Me and Drac were standing in line to get beers, and we were talking to Robbie, pop culture philosopher.
Oh, that guy.
And we were talking to Robbie in line, and CJ walks up and goes, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "We're waiting in line to get beers," and he's like, "Fuck that! I'm not waiting in line." So he just walks up to the bar and bypasses the whole line, and he like waves over to the bartender, and he's like, "Yeah, let me get a blah blah blah," and she was like, and he was like, "Yeah, let me get a drink," and he was like, "What are you guys drinking?" And we told him what we wanted. He was like, "Let me get 2 beers too," and I think it was like Sam Adams or something like that, and she like just totally gave him his drinks, and he was like, "Come on, what are you guys waiting in line for?" And I was like, "What the hell?"
Well, did I wait in line?
Like, what line? I'm not waiting in no line. Give me a beer.
You see how slow they are, man?
You're a freaking New Yorker, man.
Not freaking New Yorker. I'm a very important person. You don't understand. I'm not gonna sit there waiting on lines. What do you think I am, Robbie? Pop culture waiting on lines? Fuck that. I'm Comic Journey. I'm gonna go right to the top.
Yeah.
No, listen. Honestly, I'm not gonna sit there waiting. Those lines took forever, man. Forever.
We were gonna be waiting for like 20 minutes to get a beer.
Shoot me, man. I would be. I remember at the World of Beer. Remember when we went there?
Mm-hmm.
The fucking bartender took so long.
Oh, she was really slow. She was really
So
slow. She was
long.
nice. She was really nice, but she was really slow.
No, she was very terrible. That's what she was. You know,
She was a sweet girl, but she was really slow.
She was terrible. Terrible. And then her mutant bartender associate was even more terrible. Remember him? He looked like Mr. Clean on crack. That's what he looked like.
No, I don't remember him.
Oh my God, I would give him the order.
I mean, there was a bald headed guy, but he was built more like Rob than he was like on crack.
No, when you looked at his eyes, he had like a deadpan stare in his eyes, like he was all like messed up or something. He was like, "What?" I'm like, "All right, so what do you like?" I gave him an order for drinks in the beginning, and he's like, what?" I'm like, "All right, fuck it, just give me beer. What beer do you have on draft?" It took him literally 20 minutes to get me the beers on draft. That's how long it took him. You damn right, I'm a legend.
Rob, you are built like a Gimli. You are built like Gimli, except taller.
He's taller than I thought he was in person. I thought he was shorter in person.
No, it was accurate. I figured.
No, I thought he was shorter. I thought he was like some like.
No, I knew he'd have some height to him.
5'7" guy, something like that. I thought maybe,
Rob's
he's a bigger guy than I thought. Chris, the comic vet, was taller than I thought.
Yes. Naaman was exactly how I imagined. You're exactly how I imagined.
You were a little taller than I expected. I didn't think you were short, but you were a little taller than I expected. I thought you were like average height. You're a little bit more than average height.
Was it Drac? Drac was accurate. Actually, I thought Drac was a little taller than he was in real life.
I thought Draco was going to be a lot taller than he was.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be taller.
Yeah, that's because when he's on camera, he's floating, and he adds like 6 inches to his height. That's what vampires do. They float. I already met the worm before that, so I knew how big he was. That wasn't a surprise to me.
Let's see. Is there anyone else who surprised me? Austin LeMay. Me and Austin LeMay ended up being best fucking friends. That kind of shocked me.
You know what the funny thing is? I didn't really interact that much with Austin before that trip.
Me and Austin were everywhere together. Like every time people turned around, it was like me and Austin. Like, we were thick as thieves, or we were nowhere near each other. We were completely in different places, or we were right next to each other, hanging out, drinking.
I hit it off pretty well.
Austin, the artist?
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah. Roscoe was as big as I imagined.
Oh, Roscoe was bigger than life.
Yeah. Matt was taller than I imagined.
I knew he was not a short dude, though. You could tell.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be short, but I mean, he was taller than I thought he was going to be.
Matt's a nice guy. I like Matt
Really
a lot.
nice.
Actually, Johnny, when I first saw him, I
That is
was
like the nicest person I've ever met in real life.
What are you complaining about, Worm?
I said, you're a tall dude when I first saw you.
But I miss so.
But I told you my height before I met you.
No, you didn't.
Well, I thought I did.
No, you didn't.
Maybe I did.
No, you didn't.
Well, you imagined wrong then.
Yeah, I didn't think you were that tall, but pretty tall.
But I miss so. I don't know. I'm like normal height, man. I'm like 6'1" or something like that.
6'1" is not freaking normal. Average height in the United States, I think 5'7".
Really?
It's not 5'7". What
Is it really?
5'7"?
I was about to say, I think I'm normal, and I'm like 6.
Dude, 5'7" is like Hobbit average size.
What are you saying? I'm a Hobbit size?
Yeah, pretty much. What the hell? 5'7" is average? And what planet is 5'7" average?
Well, I've always heard that like 5'9" is average. That's what I've always heard.
I thought it was like 5'9", 5'10", somewhere around there, the average height.
Because my dad's like 5'9". He's not a big guy at all, and I thought that
There
was
you go,
like,
Rob. Just put it down there. 5'10" is the average.
5'9" is the average height. 5'9".
Well, are you disagreeing with Rob?
What? I mean, I just Googled it.
You Googled it. Google.
Well,
Rob.
they need to update their stuff. It's really funny because if you think about it, if we would have went back a couple hundred years, we would be huge compared to people back then. Because like the average was like 5'5" or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I was like, dude, that is ridiculous. Like, there's no way.
5'4" is the average American woman. I could see that.
Right.
I could see that, even though there's a lot of little women running around, like little
there is
4-foot women running around all over the place. But I bet you John.
Oh,
I bet you John's a tall dude.
did you miss that? Did you miss that Nauman interaction at the CGC booth?
What?
This girl walked by dressed like Black Widow, and it got Nauman's attention, and we're like, "Oh, that's your type," and he's like, "Yeah." And he like tried to smile and play it off.
Is that where the nasty came into play?
No, this was way after the nasty. This was the day after. No, she was like 4'9", like slender, but she was built.
She's worth his nasty, in other words.
Yeah, she was worth his nasty apparently. John, you're huge. You're a giant. What are you talking about?
6'2". Yeah, that, you know what? That's kind of how I picture John being, because he looks like a tall and slender dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like anybody. I mean, I like
You
like
boobs?
all kind of size, I guess.
As long as they have boobs.
I don't like too big.
What's too big?
I mean,
E's? Is that too big? F's?
E's? I don't know what E's is.
Double E's?
Really big.
Double F's?
I was about to say there was a girl that I went to. Well, actually, she started high school right after I'd left, I think, and they said that she had to have a reduction when she started high school because she had like G's or some shit like that.
A lot of women have to have reductions.
Like,
Jesus
Christ, I felt sorry for her back.
They should actually make it like with insurances, like as like a allowable thing for like people that have excessively large boobs to get reductions, because
because
they're gonna fuck themselves up. 5'9" current average American male. Okay, 5'9" is the current average worldwide, but 5'10" is for the American male.
Okay.
See?
You say USA.
Oh, 5'9" is for USA. 5'10" is for Canada. Why? Because of the maple syrup?
5'9" USA.
Yeah, the maple syrup is what makes them stouter. That's what it does.
In Canada, supposedly they got an inch on it.
5'9". So I'm 2 inches shorter than the average.
You're 5'7", Naman.
Yeah.
That's why you said it's the average. So you feel like you're average. That's
I thought I was average. Well, that's fuck. I guess I'm not average anymore. That sucks. That's my bad news for the day.
Well, you know what? You get you a pair of Skechers and you're right there.
Well, you know what? You are a giant for a worm, though.
I guess so. That's
5'7".
You are much bigger than I thought you were.
You thought he was smaller?
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm 6, so that it basically depends on my eye line. Because I mean, for real, for the longest time, I didn't think I was any kind of like above average, and then I started noticing like I was a little bit taller than most people, and I was like, for real? I figured I was like, my dad's 5'9", I'm like 6.
You know who I thought was a lot shorter than I expected him to be? I didn't think he was a tall dude, but I didn't think he was going to be that short.
Who?
Beckerman.
Yeah. I thought Beckerman would be taller.
Because Beckerman's a big dude. When you look at him on camera, you're like, holy shit, this guy's going to be a bear when I meet him.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree with that. Yeah.
He's not like a bear. He's like a little baby bear.
I think a bear would look at him and be like, yo, I'm not fighting that.
Oh, listen, you're taller than all of the Philippines, because the average Filipino man is only 5'4" inches.
There you go.
me.
Yeah, 5'4". You go to the Philippines, you'll be a giant.
A giant.
I want to apply for Filipino.
Oh my God, you're gonna go to the Philippines and you're gonna go and strut your height over there. All the Filipino women are gonna be all over you. Like, let's get some of that giant man worm. They're gonna be all into you, man. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, let's take a trip to the Philippines.
Is there a Comic-Con in Philippines?
I don't know. But let's pretend there's one. Let's go. So we could feel like we're giants.
Actually, there's a.
I don't want you guys near me when I go there.
There's a jiu-jitsu guy that I follow a lot who's actually training right now in Singapore, Thailand. Where is he training at? Hold on. Let me see if I can look it up.
Shangri-La.
I think it's Singapore. But he's training there, and I was like, yo, I bet you jiu-jitsu in Singapore is insane. Those guys are probably all over you.
There's not much new name. The giant manworm. There
I'll
you go.
second that.
Yeah, glitter. How you call it? Literally, Beckerman's like a little baby bear. That's
Yeah.
what he looks like.
Like, if a black bear saw him, he would be like, yo, he's as big as fucking I am.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Viking was about what I expected him to look like.
Yes, that's the guy, Steve.
He looked just about what I was expected to look like. Who else was there? Well, there was so many of us there.
He is not from Marlboro, New Jersey. I thought he was from Vegas.
Who's from Marlboro, New Jersey?
Mikey Musumeci. Well, I mean, it's Italian as all get out, so yeah, I kind of believe it. But I thought he said he was from Vegas.
I have no idea.
This guy is 130 pounds, and I would not fight him if you paid me. Like, he is ridiculously good.
Oh, look at that. They got Asia Pop Comic-Con in Manila.
Singapore. Yeah, he's training in Singapore right now.
Let's take a trip to Manila.
Jim. He's so good. He's like my favorite dude to watch. He's got a match coming up on Amazon Prime September 31st, and I'm totally gonna watch that.
See, I don't follow it as much as you guys do. Not anymore. I used to follow. I liked UFC and MMA a lot when it was in its like first years, where you would see a sumo guy fight a karate guy, or like a wrestler fight a kickboxer, or something like that. I love that. I loved it when you would see different styles fighting each other, and they would just massacre each other. That's why Tank Abbott did so good in those early years, because he would literally go in there and knock everybody out until Gracie got his hands on him. And you know what happens when Gracie gets his hands on you? You're done.
Yeah, because all the Gracies are ridiculous.
Yeah, but
there might be a small chance that later this year I'm going to get to do a seminar with Hoyer Gracie, and if that happens, holy crap! Because Hoyer Gracie, I mean, just watch the chat. Watch for Steve to be like, Hoyer Gracie, dude's a beast. He's like 6'6", like damn near 300
better than
pounds.
Hoist was.
Huh?
He's better than Hoist was.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, I would say yeah, because Hoist was like not even when Hoist fought in those first couple of UFCs. To be honest, Hickson was way better than him. It was like some kind of like political like Gracie decision on who was going to fight that. And I think they wanted to pick Hoist because Hoist was smaller and it would be more of a challenge for him to win than it would for Hickson to win.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I knew they used his gi a lot.
It's really weird because like, yeah, I would say Roger Gracie, but apparently R's are H's. So it's Hoyer Gracie. But yeah, there's a slight chance that I might get to like do a seminar with Hoyer. And if that happens, holy crap, this dude is big. If you ever look him up, he is a big dude. But
Hoist was not big. Hoist was not a big dude.
Like he's like 6'4", 6'5", like damn near 300, and he gets in no hurry to roll with nobody. Like he will feel you out, and he'll just put all his weight on you.
Hey, who's hip hop? Who's hip hop?
What do you mean, hip hop?
Hip hop SNME.
Hip hop? What?
The guy on the chat.
Hip hop's to me.
Steve.
It's Steve from Team Never Heard.
Oh, hello, Steve. How are you?
Yeah, Hickson. Yeah, I think it's
there. Glitter and duct tape. Did I say hi to Rob? Did I say hi to Rob?
We already said hi to everybody. Get back to drawing, mister.
Yeah, it really what happened was it's funny because I watched a documentary about the first when jiu-jitsu first came to like America, and they started up dojo in like LA. I think it was Torrance. I think it was the Torrance dojo. And Helio Gracie was teaching people for like $20 a lesson. And he was teaching these like white wrestlers like jujitsu. And they would literally do a thing where every Friday they would open the doors up to the gym and they'd be like, hey, you think you're a badass? Come in here and wrestle these guys. And like, that's like, kind of, port. So they have like sailors and military guys and stuff. And these guys would come in and try to fight these dudes. And they would get destroyed by guys who were way smaller than them using jiu-jitsu. Like, it's ridiculous.
Sorry, I heard some noises by my door. I'm just checking out the ring just in case it's some.
I was like, wait a minute, what are those beeping noises?
No, it's just me checking because like, the neighbor is an idiot. He just dropped all his crap. That's why. Who the hell is he? I bet he's like my neighbor's new lover. Yeah, I really think my neighbor's a prostitute. I really do think all kind of guys come at all different times of the night to our house, to our apartment.
Could be.
And she always walks around with the boobs out.
Could be.
Mama would love her. She's got big ones too. Yep. What the hell? All right. No emergency. No, I don't have to call the cops. That works out okay for me. Where's Otaku?
I don't know where Otaku is.
I don't know. He's your brother. I figured, like, you know everything he's doing. I haven't seen him in a while.
I haven't actually seen him in a while, but he normally seems to come on when I'm sleeping.
He does some random streams.
Huh?
He does some random streams out of nowhere. Might just be giving it out while she's. Oh, maybe she's giving for free. All right, Lisa. Maybe she's giving.
Maybe.
I don't want to label people. Maybe she's just
Exactly.
promiscuous. Maybe she's extremely promiscuous, and she gets people 3-4 o'clock in the morning coming in randomly every night.
That's something that me and my friends touched on years ago that never made any sense to us. Girls were like, we couldn't do what you guys do. And I'm like, why? They were like, because we'll get labeled as hoes. And I was like, we're hoes? We're dude hoes. We're totally hoes. Like, that must be a thing. Because, like I've never heard a dude be like, I don't like him. He's a hoe. Like, I've never heard, like, do you? Like, if you can get it and you want it, go get it. Like, I mean, like, that's never, like, I've never cared it. Like, we've never cared about any stuff like that. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, you're young. If you're young or if you're whatever, even if you're not young, if you want to do whatever you want to do, just do it. Like,
I kind of feel offended that nobody's offered to pay me for it. So
I'll be right back. You go to the bathroom.
I'd love to have somebody. It's kind of worse that nobody offers to pay. I would love to have someone. Has anybody ever offered you to pay to have sex with you, Naman?
No.
Isn't that sad?
No.
It wouldn't make you feel good about yourself if some like really hot woman said, hey, Worm, I want to have some nasty. I'll give you $1,000 for the night.
No, it's free for you if you're hot.
No, you just give it away.
Yeah, I'll give it away.
You're too easy.
Yeah.
You gotta start charging. Don't give it away.
Nobody's gonna pay for my.
You tell them you give me comic books. That's what I work for. You give me some Kiss covers and Lois Lane covers, and we'll be okay. Glenn pays himself.
What do you want to get paid for your service?
Well, Glenn likes to pay himself. Oh, would I like to get paid for my services?
Did I just hear this right? Did I hear Nauman say, what did you just say, Nauman?
He said he'll do it for comic books.
I was about to say, like I heard you say $1,000 a night, and Nauman's like, I'll give it away for free, like, or something like that. It's like, what the hell?
Hey, if they're worth my nasty, they can have it for free.
If they're worth his nasty. What about if they're not worth your nasty?
Then nothing is. I mean, nothing is.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I just want to be offered. I just want some hot chick one day to say, hey, Journey. Hey, hot stuff. I want to spend the night with you. I got a bag of cash and it's waiting for you right on my bed. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
what just once. Am I living too much in a porno fantasy, or
Yeah.
am I like come on, you guys never thought about like, hey, somebody calls you up, hey, my sink is broken, can you come and fix my pipes? You never had that fantasy?
That's freaking right out of the penthouse.
Wait a minute. I've had girls buy me stuff afterwards. Does that make me a hoe?
Oh, I've had women buy me shit all the time.
Okay. I was about to say, does that make me a hoe? Because I'm totally a hoe if that counts.
No, that's when a woman buys you a man stuff, especially in the beginning. Like I get a lot of women, like when I first date them, they like to buy stuff for me all the time. I don't like accepting anything because it's their way of saying, I want to hold on to you. Let me sugar you, let me butter you up, so you don't want to ever let me go. I'm gonna give you some good stuff. Both.
I always thought they were just being nice and buying me food. And
No,
that's
that's their way to get you tangled in their web.
Okay. Well, dang, I missed the boat on that one.
They're gonna give you the
I could have been
coochie.
milking that all these years.
They're gonna give you they're gonna give you more rain over the coochie in the beginning. Then they're gonna shower you with gifts. And then you're gonna be like, I'm never letting her go. She's giving me coochie and gifts. No way, I'm gonna let her
That's the
go.
way it worked, but I didn't know.
And then guess what happens? Guess what happens? Then you get into rings. You give them a ring, and then all of a sudden, the coochie snaps tight, and the gifts start going their way. In order to get the coochie to open up again. That's what happens.
Well, I guess I've been a hoe this whole time and didn't know it.
No, you're just stupid, just like the rest of us, man.
Wait a minute. So I had someone buy me this.
Well, what the hell is that? Is she bought you a Funko?
This is a double pack pop figure, Undertaker, pallbearer, and the urn. And I got that afterwards. So
You work cheap.
I'm a cheapo, apparently.
Dude, you fuck for Funkos. What the hell?
That's worse than my comic book, man.
Holy shit. Okay, there you go.
Well, I mean, ladies, there it is. I'm not hard. I'm not. I don't play hard to get.
So that's all it takes to get yourself some Tylox action.
You give me some WWE Funkos, and we're down. Well, if any ladies are out there, I'm looking for the Stone Cold one, and the Shawn Michaels one, and the Razor Ramon one.
That's all he's got a sign. He walks around the street saying, "I'll fuck for Funkos."
Yeah, I need to make a sign. I need to make a sign. Where's some cardboard?
Look at this guy. Oh man. Maybe I should offer my services for bobblehead dolls instead. Funkos. Oh, you know what? K-pop. I didn't want to go there, but you did. he said it himself. He'll fuck for Funkos, and he's not too hard. You're not too hard, and you'll fuck for Funkos. There you go.
This is not hard. Oh, that's not a way to ask for the ladies.
For Naman's channel, I censored it. I put stars instead of the. I feel like Silent Bob or some shit now. Somebody is going to get that one day. Somebody's going to get that a comic sandwiched in cardboard.
Oh, you got Glitter's attention. She needs to go shopping right now.
And we started talking about fucking for Funkos, and here's Papa Whaley.
He's in the defense of Funkos.
Oh my god! Marcus is gonna screenshot that, isn't he? I shouldn't have done that. Marcus is already making a clip.
Marcus is probably in dream number 12 by now. He's probably sleeping by now.
Which wrestling DVDs, Glenn?
All right, I'm tired of drawing, so I'm going to stop for now.
That's it? You done?
That's really good. Holy crap. Didn't you start doing this not too long ago?
What?
Like the whole drawing like on the computer thing.
Yeah.
I have that one, and I think that's the only WWE pop that I have.
Tylox, are you streaming right now on another channel as well?
On my channel, yes.
Because Rob was asking.
Yes.
That's a great way for you guys to split your streams.
Mm-hmm. That's what I figured. I mean, it just popped up a thing and said, "Do you want to stream this on your channel?" And I was like, you know what? Why not? I haven't put anything up on my channel.
Why did you get the offer and I didn't get an offer to
I
stream
have
on my
no idea. I don't know why.
Everybody got an offer. What are you talking about?
I didn't get an offer to get stream on my channel.
You didn't pay attention then.
Huh?
I bet it's on your options still.
Oh,
I was gonna accept it.
I have the Attitude Era.
Well, you have to
DVD.
click
I already
it.
know which one you're talking about, Glenn. I have that one.
WrestleMania.
Honestly,
it does say
WrestleMania
it.
25, just for that Undertaker Shawn match.
It
Best
does say
WrestleMania
stream
I've ever
to your
seen.
audience. It does
Yes.
say that.
Yes.
I'm not doing that.
I know you're not. Don't worry about it. Why you complain? Hey, chop and drop.
What's up, Chop? You have missed all the good stuff, Chop.
So are you watching your own channel's chat?
No.
So how do you know? Like, what about the freaking 5 people that are in there right now? Like
They're just hanging out, I guess.
that's a great way to interact with your chat.
Oh,
It
you're
is.
supposed to interact with
That's
your
probably why
chat.
there's only five people in there. Oh, Chop doesn't know either. Chop, the mullet is gone.
Okay, let's see in the chat. Who's in Tylox's channel and who's in Naman's channel right now? Let's see how we can figure this out.
I think chop and drop and Rob is in the Tylox's channel.
Yeah, Tylox's channel.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me pull this thing up. Hold on.
Let's figure this out right now because
Let me see. I
I don't know if everything is filtering into the same comment board or not.
I think
don't know. I don't know.
Hip Hop is in the Tylox's also.
5 are watching.
You see the little link? You see the little link?
I don't want to look at your little link.
No, on the chat. You see the little link on the name icon.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wow, there's totally there's totally 5 people watching.
I don't see any little link.
On the icon.
What about the icon?
You see the chop and drop? For instance, let me click on chop and drop.
I see chop and drop. I see him.
Hold on, let me.
You're talking about in the StreamYard chat.
Yeah, on the StreamYard chat.
So everybody with the little YouTube link is in your chat, or they're in Tylox's chat.
If it's a link, well, I guess it doesn't show it there. If it has a link on it, then it's a Tylox. If it, no link, then it's on my channel.
Oh,
I was
really?
about to say, it just asked me if I wanted to stream it on my channel as well as this channel, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, you see the StreamYard chat?
She
On-
clicked
on
it
your-
by accident. I am confused as hell with this.
I am so confused.
Thank God I didn't accept your audience.
Well, I mean,
So confused.
I had that time done by default, so I didn't think anybody gonna notice.
I didn't notice.
Well, Tylox noticed it, obviously.
Well,
I was about to say it flat out asked me when I started like the stream. It was like, "Do you want to stream this on your channel?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" Because I haven't put anything up in a while.
no, I see it right now up in the right corner of the screen.
Yeah.
But I don't pay attention to that stuff. Maybe I should have, so I could start playing my clips on there.
There you go.
But no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, sorry about that, Rob.
I thought I thought I was going crazy with you guys acknowledging chats I could not see. That's why I hate that thing. Like
Yeah, it does get confusing.
you divide your group.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already set it up with the otakus. I'm just gonna keep it that way, but rest of them I'll just keep it like, you know.
You know, the only time I'll ever participate in something like that is if it's an event, like if it's like a fundraising event or something like that, or like maybe like a New Year's stream or something like that, where everybody's like just like celebrating from their own channels at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Maybe something like that I would do.
Yeah, I'm gonna give up this multiple thing anyway. I'm not paying for this StreamYard anymore. This is too expensive.
You done with this stupid duck?
Yeah, I'm done with the StreamYard.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do going forward? You gonna do Google video?
I mean, I'm just gonna go with the free version.
Like C3 Comics Curing Cancer, like that kind of fundraising event
Yeah.
that's taking place in October.
Yeah.
They need to save their money.
Yeah.
Up.
That could work actually. Like if they did a cross stream through multiple channels at the same time, a
You want-
fundraising, that could actually work.
Gosh, you don't. What's this hate coming from, man? What is to hate? Just tolerate it, guys.
They just want one or the other, Naman. They don't want.
No, they're
everybody.
just telling you the
One
truth.
or the other.
They hate what you do.
Okay. All right. Just hate it, man. I guess.
At least they're being honest with you. Would you like
I
to?
think it's just a StreamYard thing where it's like the whole
Would you like secret hate?
confusing thing.
I mean, I'm just trying to use the feature it has, man.
Dude,
Did you get your
between-
eyebrow pierced?
when you and Otaku do it, it's
No, did you
pointless.
get
You
your
might as
eyebrow
well just
pierced?
do it on your channel.
Huh?
Naman,
When
did you
you
get
and
your eyebrow
Otaku do-
pierced?
What? What do you mean?
Naman, did your
Nuggets?
eyebrow pierced? Turn your head.
What?
Turn your head. You got a piercing? Is that your eyebrow being pierced? Is that what you did?
No.
Oh, okay.
He only pierces his clit.
Who said that?
Oh God!
What are you eating there?
This
McNuggets?
with people.
What is that? McNuggets?
Nuggets.
You
Wait,
eat 20
skimming-
of them?
oh wait, does it count as skimming your view hours? No.
Yeah, you do.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So it splits them in half?
Yeah, because you're not on your channel.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
You skim the channels, and the other thing is, if you mess up the flow of the chat because everybody can't interact with each other.
Well, crap.
Yeah, but I when I went to Roger was doing the stream, the unboxing video.
Yeah.
Nobody from my chat showed up that one.
What are you talking about? I showed up on your freaking chat. You were ignoring me. What the hell are you talking about?
You weren't there.
Plenty of times I've gone on when you did it with Roger, and you were freaking ignoring me. And I had to go out to Roger's thing after so I could get some
No, I
knowledge.
was at Roger's channel and I didn't share the stream, and nobody was there when I didn't share the stream.
Nobody went to Roger's channel?
No,
So you're saying you're more popular than Roger?
no, nobody that I knew was there.
I think, oh, that's what it, well, did you tell everybody that you were going out to Roger's channel?
After everybody knew what Roger was, man.
Listen, we don't have a YouTube guide. We don't have somebody telling us when things are going to broadcast and when they don't. And the YouTube doesn't always give us notifications. So unless somebody tells us, hey, this is coming, like, you know what I'm doing Monday? I am actually doing an influencer, and I have Rob over. I'm going to have Links over, and I'm going to have Mark from Legion over. And if I don't tell people over and over again that I'm doing that until Monday hits, guess what happens? Not even half the people are going to show up.
I mean,
Because they
people
don't.
are going to show up because you have the Illuminati on.
No, they're not the Illuminati. They're not the Illuminati. There's only two of the Illuminati. Rob's not in the Illuminati.
I voted your
Oh,
stream.
Rob's not the Illuminati?
No. He's exiled.
He's exiled?
Yeah, he hit them all with his fat. He hit them with his fat slabs, and they all got upset.
Nice.
And they said, "No, you're a little bit too much for us with your fat stacks. We're not including you." That's what happened. But you have to keep promoting it. If you don't, Roger, that's one of the biggest.
Rob said you never invited him.
Who said that? I never invited him.
Yeah.
Who was never? Oh, yeah, see, he was never invited to Illuminati.
Oh, he was never. Oh.
Yeah, see, I told you.
Oh.
Yeah, I've told you. One night he got wild. One night he got wild and started just whacking people with his slabs.
Oh my God.
And it upset a lot of people in the community. So they're like, no, we don't want this guy in the Illuminati. He's too volatile for us.
Wait. So the Illuminati is Mark, DJ, Tyler. Tyler's in the Illuminati. Jesus
Yes.
Christ. Oh
Remy Q. Remy Q is in there.
Cool.
And
well, I guess if they'll let Tyler in, they'll let anyone in.
well, listen, here's the thing. Dracula actually invaded the Illuminati.
Rob, I want to invite you on this recall thingy I'm doing.
Rob's got an open invite. You know, he is a friend to Insomniac Nation.
Oh, definitely.
No, he's not quite the Insomniac, but he is a friend to Insomniac Nation.
They jealous. They jealous of
Yeah.
this.
You're jealous of his mustache. I'm telling you, they're jealous of his mustache
And his fat stacks.
and his earmuffs.
Yep.
I want to draw Rob's fat
I
stash.
do love that Rob used like one of my favorite brands, Sennheiser. That's some good stuff right there. Sennheiser and Short. Oh, German companies for some reason.
What's Sennheiser?
Sennheiser is a type of microphone.
Oh,
They're really good.
well, listen, Rob's a radio
So
guy.
Shure.
Rob is a radio guy. He should know about audio.
Yeah. Sennheiser's good. I like Sennheiser.
I would expect him to know about audio.
Yep. There he goes. Yep.
Yeah, we'll see. He
Special audio. Yeah, Sennheiser's really good. So Shure is like, I'm just starting and I don't want to spend a whole lot of money, but I want good quality, so I'll get Shure. But then if you're like, you know what, I'm going to spend a little bit more, you get Sennheiser.
They can't handle his stash. Yeah, they can't handle your stash, man.
Heil's good too. Heil's good too. HEIL, they're good too. That's who, what is it? ZZ Top uses Heil microphones.
Oh, you guys want to give you breaking news?
Yeah, sure.
Remember that notorious Bryce comic 9.9 that I got?
Yeah.
Somebody bought it from me.
Oh,
How much?
A lot.
a lot. Is it somebody we know?
No,
Hey,
on eBay.
Papa
I
later, bud.
Take it easy, Papa. I could have actually got a lot more, but I sold it for less because I wanted somebody with high eBay ratings to buy it. I didn't want some jackass with 2 feedback
Have a good one,
buy
Papa.
it and return it or something like that.
Hmm.
But I'll let everybody know how much after the transaction is fully done,
I see.
and the money is in my bank, and I pulled it out, and they can't take it back from me.
Until the return date is over, expires.
Exactly. I don't want to get trolled.
Dude, I showed him the mullet was gone and Chop is gone. Like he can't even. Like he's just like, I'm done with this. The mullet's gone. Fuck you guys.
Really?
He's gone.
I had it with you. He's like, I had it with you. You're dead to me.
I'm sorry, Chop. I'm sorry.
You're dead to me. Yeah, so like I can't believe it. I gotta keep hush hush about it until like I said, until it happens to gloat about it. But then when it finally goes through there, I'm gonna tell you guys. Oh fucking story.
How much you profited off of that, Bryson?
Oh my god! The funny thing is, in the title, I wrote the most infamous comic ever.
What?
I wrote on the title of the eBay listing, the most infamous Spider-Man ever.
Wait, is this the acetate cover or is this?
No, it's that.
The price cover.
I got this mystery box from Bryce Comics, and he
Yeah.
supposedly had the rarest
So
Delano.
if you sell this at good price, and then let's say transaction goes through and no return and everything, then are you gonna stop complaining about that now?
I'm not going to stop complaining about that because that whole thing was bullshit. Even though I made money from it, I still think it's the most bullshit thing ever done. It's so wrong what was done. It's so wrong. Just because some nut likes it, not my fault.
Oh, did I miss the new controversy of 2023?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. So basically, here's the thing: he sold $250.
No, hip hop. Sorry, you were at the unpopular channel at Tylox. Guy who don't even attend to his channel anymore.
What should we do? Should we
fucking mullet, and then he doesn't come on and make a video anymore.
Hey, chat. Who should we promote and make feel? Who should we make feel like they're special? Make somebody feel like they're weak in this chat. Should we show all our support into Tylox's channel or all of it in Naman's channel and make the other one with zero watchers? Which one should we do?
Well, Tylox is the guest today, so go to Tylox.
Exactly. I'm just here by default.
Yeah, so like he was promoting it as like the rarest book ever, the first time ever art of Delano. It was a $250 mystery box. And I ended up getting one of the top chases, like a 9.9 virgin copy of it, which there are only 7 copies of that in existence, supposedly. And then all of a sudden they discovered that same art was reused.
Oh, that. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. No, I didn't miss that. Okay, I was there. Brad.
Hey, Brad. So they discovered that it was reused. Yeah. I shit all over him. The whole world shit all over him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, I remember that.
And people are still buying it at ludicrous prices.
So why is that happening? Why is that happening?
Let's just leave it like this. I got enough money from this book right now to easily buy myself a Hulk 181.
Really?
A nice copy of Hulk 181.
Really?
I'm not going to do it.
8.5?
I'm not going to do it because I even though I made it off of this box, it doesn't mean I'm going to pay that kind of money for it. I'm still going to try to get one as cheap as possible, but
like how nice? Like 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5?
A nice copy. Just leave it at that at this point.
That could, to me, nice is anywhere 6 and up. So
I'll let your mind wander from there.
Oh,
to me, it's nice is like
crazy. That's
to me, nice is 3 and up.
Definitely over.
Well, since we're talking about money and stuff, so since I might be buying this house, I might be putting my collection up for sale.
Well,
yeah, like most of it, not all of it, but most of it. I might be putting my whole collection up for sale.
Well, you might have something I might want.
I'll probably have a lot of stuff that a lot of people want.
I want that. Jason, the Spider-Man 601.
Well, the Spidey I know is going to stay. All my Spidey
Oh,
collection.
you suck.
But everything else might be up for grabs. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I might be dumping a whole lot of stuff.
See, the Spideys are the things that I know of that are pretty good that you have. Like,
Yeah.
pretty damn good.
I have a lot of good Thor. I have a lot X-Men, Uncanny X-Men.
Early
yeah.
X-Men.
Yeah.
X-Men 101. You got X-Men 101?
I don't have 101. I don't have that low. I think the lowest I have is like 120 something.
Oh,
Because 101 will give the worm a hard on.
Yeah.
That's his book.
I have a lot of old Batman that I might put up.
Worm, I was going to get you a copy of 101 from Baltimore. I was this close to getting for it. And I was going to get it for pretty cheap for that book in the condition it was in.
mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, let me open it up first. And 2 fucking pages were missing from the book.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
That one for it.
I was gonna get it for $80.
Brad, my match is up on my channel. I just uploaded my match on my channel. 26 seconds, lost in the first round.
If it wasn't for those pages missing, it would have easily been like a 7, 8.0. Easily.
$80 for 7.0. Man.
Yeah, but sometimes, and he had like $140 to the sticker price on it. I got him down to 80. I'm like, and I'm about to give him the money. I'm like, I'm gonna go against everything I always talk about. So let me just open it up just to take a look. And I started counting pages, and literally 2 freaking pages were missing from it. So that basically two folds. That's 4 pages basically that were missing out of it. And the guy's like, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, bullshit. That's why you priced it that way, you asshole.
Yep, that's exactly.
And you're so aggressive about bringing it down because he didn't fight me. I gave him initially a $75 offer on it when he had a $140 price on it, and he's like, he started doing the game of dropping it down 10, and I just wouldn't budge off of a 75, and then he finally got to 80. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it for 80. I'm not gonna fight you over $5. So then when I literally was going into my pocket, I'm like, let me open this book up first. Let me just open it up just to be on the safe side.
Well, that's there was a guy. There was a guy at HeroesCon who had a really nice copy of the first Lobo. Like, and I was really nice. Like, I didn't even see any spine ticks. He wanted like $240 for it, and he was like, "I'll let it go right now for like $180." And I was like, And I was like, let me think about it.
That's still too much, though.
And I was like, yeah, because I knew it was too much. And I was just
for a really nice copy of Mega Man 3, a really nice copy, you're getting it for $100.
Yeah. And I was like, let me think about it. And I was going to leave and then come back. And when I came back, I was like, is it still 180? And he was like, yep. And I was like, I just can't. I can't do it. Can't do it. And then literally I walked and I found that other guy's booth. Like, I just sold a really, really, really nice copy of that book. It was probably like 2 spine ticks on it for like $60. And I was like, man.
So you didn't have a pleasant experience either in Baltimore, right, Naman?
No, it was a horrible experience. First of all, I bought a 3 days ticket, and I got stuck at work, so I couldn't get off Friday. Then second day I went there, and parking lot situation was really bad. It cost me $30 to park, right?
Yeah, I felt bad that you had to pay so much in parking.
Then I went to then I forgot my book that I was going to get Philip Tent to sign.
But didn't you bring him the next day?
Well, he left.
Oh, he never came back?
He left earlier.
Oh.
And also, when I went to his booth, he acted like he didn't know me.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm going, shit. I'm not a fanboy. I'm not gonna go over there and go, hey, you remember me? No. So I just, if you act like you're not gonna, I'm not gonna, I said, F that. So.
Oh, so he gave you the cold shoulder, huh?
Yeah, he gave me the cold shoulder. I feel bad about it. I go, come on, yeah. I mean,
You know who's the nice
I'm
guy?
not a fanboy. I'm just not a fanboy. I don't get this celebrity crap. I mean, I don't.
You know who's a really, really nice guy? And I always have great conversation. He's super expensive. He charges like ridiculous prices, but he's a really nice guy and a fun conversation. Jay Lee.
Jay Lee was nice. I liked him. I thought he was really nice.
always, every time I see him, I always have the greatest conversation.
I was watching him do the watercolor. He's a very talented dude.
Oh, he's
Dude,
fantastic.
I told him flat out. I was like, dude, I don't have any money to drop right now. Like, I don't think I have any money to drop, but I just really want to tell you, I really love your work. And he was like, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. And he talked to me for a little bit. He's a really nice guy. Him and Cullen Bunn. Cullen Bunn was really nice. He hung out with us at the bar.
About Jay Lee, I brought him the book that I got him to sign. He charged $10, I think. That's it.
Oh, that's not expensive. His signature is not expensive, but his artwork is not cheap.
He was selling I wanted his original art. He was selling 3x5 or 3x4 or something for $150 or something.
For like little head sketch, line sketch.
Yeah, I'm going, oh my gosh, $150 for that. I mean,
I asked him to do me a sketch card. He said it's going to be the same price, $150. I'm like, dude, you're killing me right now. I told him that you're killing me right now. Freaking $150 for this. He's like, oh, that's my price. I'm like, listen, I'm not going to argue. Your price is your price, but
yeah.
I was hoping you would do it for a little less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I asked him to take a picture, and he freaking kept his freaking mask on. So I go, what's the point of taking a picture with the mask?
He didn't wear a mask at Heroes, did he, at all?
No, he was taking it on and off.
I didn't see when I seen him at Heroes. Every time I seen him, he didn't have one on.
It was also more spread out in Heroes.
Maybe he had a COVID and he was working hard on it, so maybe he didn't want to spread it. I don't know.
You think he had COVID and he still came to the con?
Yeah, that would be bad, wouldn't it?
What an asshole!
No, I'm not. Hey, I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm not saying that.
You heard it here. The worm said that Jay had COVID and he came and spread it.
I heard from a guy I know that you had COVID and you still came to the con.
He gave everybody COVID and crabs in Baltimore.
I didn't say that.
Oh God!
No, we heard it. You can't take it back now.
I did not say that.
But no, he's really nice. Cullen
Did you hear
Bunn.
what the worm said?
Hey, I say maybe.
Cullen
was
Bunn
speculating.
really, really fucking nice. That dude was super fucking nice. Like, he talked to me and Drac, because I was standing around the corner from him, and I told Drac, I was like, Cullen Bunn's right around the corner. And we came around the corner, and Cullen was just turned looking at us, and he's like, hi. And I was like, you heard me? And he was like, yeah, I heard you. And so we talked for a minute. And then we were sitting at the bar. Oh, were you there that day, CJ? I don't think none of them were there.
Yeah. You guys were like all like fanboying over Colin Bunn. And I'm like,
Oh
who
my
the fuck
God.
cares?
I was like, yeah. He like sat down. We were like, dude, get a drink. And he was like, I don't have time for a drink. Rob's like, you always have time for a drink.
I think I told you guys. Who fucking cares?
But yeah, he was really cool. Like, I mean,
Nostalgic Pablos. I think Nostalgic is at the.
I've bought one that was cracked already a little bit. Like it was chipped at a corner, and the guy was like, I mean, I'm selling it cheap because you're gonna have to get it re-slabbed. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get it re-slabbed. And I totally didn't have any aspiration to ever get that re-slabbed.
I was about to tell you, Rob's asking for the link.
Yeah, I think me and K-Pop are both eyeballing that first Lobo. We both want it.
Oh, I got one, but I want to upgrade it. I got one in 9.6.
Oh, really?
Although I like my Lobo 1 miniseries,
Yeah.
much better.
Much better. Well, let me know what you want for it. And I might.
Hello, Rob. How are you, sir?
Only if I find
I
it.
was sitting watching Instagram waiting for it because you said something about like you were sending it. I was like, where'd it go? I missed it.
I had it up there before, but I just.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe I missed it. I didn't see it because I was on freaking Tylox's scammer channel.
Let me go look and see if anybody
Yeah,
else
that's
did.
That's
probably
like
why.
that's as freaking redneck as you can get. He's stealing your YouTube stream, for God's sakes, not just your freaking cable.
It's bootleg streaming.
That's right. He said,
pirating.
I'm gonna take just a couple. I'm gonna take just a couple viewers off the top. Take a few watch hours for me. Yeah.
I had no idea. I have no idea. Like, I don't know how this works. I don't technology.
That's like bootleg pirate television.
I didn't know you was
I
streaming
mean,
on
what else do we do down here but make our own stuff and then bootleg it to everybody else? I mean, that's what we do.
So were
Seems
we
legit.
on target, Rob, with the Illuminati? That's what happened. You just started whacking people left and right. They decided that we don't want to have anything to do with this guy.
Fuck, I have no idea. I was never really hung out as part of their Friday night in the mix thing. Because usually on Fridays I do other stuff, and I think it just became like kind of their core people who were doing it. I don't know. I never asked. I don't really care. Friday nights is one of those few nights I usually don't hop on too many streams.
That's true. I really don't see you on Fridays.
Yeah, it's usually my night that it used to be it used to be my raid night when I was playing online video games, and so I would always keep that night free for that. But now it's just never.
You also had heavy duty
I played
Saturday.
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Okay. Gotcha.
And before that, I played Star Wars Online. It was, my geek swings a lightsaber. It doesn't wear a loincloth.
You usually have heavy duty Saturdays too, though. You probably want to.
Yeah. I have a bunch of stuff Saturday and Fridays. I start at like 4:00 in the morning my time because I'm on Mark's stream so early.
That's true.
So usually, actually, about this time on Saturday night, I am ass crashed out in my recliner asleep. So sometimes I struggle up, and if you're doing something, I might try to hop on with you for a little bit, but yeah, that's about it. So yeah, so I don't do anything, so I don't think so. It's no big deal to me that.
Hey, Rob, I'm going to officially ask you to be on our stream for this. So what happened was that I was going to do a video for all the guys I talk with on the what's that con? HeroesCON.
Yeah, only about 10 months after the con's over, though.
No, I was
trying to build up hype for next year.
Got in the way, life happened, Be quiet, CJ. Jesus, let me finish.
I'm just saying.
So then I didn't want to edit anymore. Why don't I just invite one guest at a time? I was gonna have a CJ come in here and give me a hard time because people seem to enjoy that shit. Anyway, so what?
Why is what I do shit? I am a breath of fresh air on this channel.
Anyway, so that's why. So that's why. Then I was gonna draw each one of them. Remember, I was gonna make a card for everybody, and so I said, you know what? Why don't I try to practice my digital art, and I'll draw you to whatever. While I'm drawing, he can talk to guests, and while I'm drawing the guests anyway. So I'm gonna.
You guys should name the show "The Comic Book Odd Couple," and you guys could have the little Odd Couple theme song going.
Why is everybody always saying that?
I told them during HeroesCon that we need to make an Odd Couple montage with the music.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun.
Oh my god.
Dun 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 dun.
Like,
and you know that Namen is Felix.
Yes. And see, the
You would
best
think
part
he's
is,
Felix.
I was like,
I would, and that you were Oscar without a doubt.
Like,
You would think.
like one of us is trying to like run for the bathroom at the same time, and like I beat Namen to the bathroom, and Namen's just like just standing outside the door or something like that, and you have the music playing in the background. I was like, dude, we need to do this.
Sorry. Anyways, while he's interviewing, you're drawing. Got it.
So anyway, so I'm officially inviting you for. So I was tonight was a Tylox night. Next one Rob, or next one Mark, or next one So that's what I was gonna do.
So basically, to explain his convoluted type of explanation, he wants to have everybody that he met from HeroesCon on to talk and bullshit as he's drawing a little self-portrait of you.
Right.
You understand that, chat? Do you guys fully comprehend it? There you go.
Well, that's That's the whole idea anyway. So I don't know.
Just yeah, I mean, when just let me know when, and I'll try to see if I'll see if I'm available. Obviously, this next 4 weeks, my time is not as plentiful as it normally is, as we get closer and closer to C3.
Yeah, I don't have any schedule on a show, so I just will accommodate to the guests' time. So
Don't worry, we got all the way till next HeroesCon to get all the people in.
Yeah, I got till next HeroesCon. Yeah, that sounds like a deal. Yeah. That will work, right? I think that will work.
Of course it will.
Yeah.
It'll be a hoot.
Yeah. So maybe by the time the last person gets here, I'll be really good at digital painting. So if you get in early, you're not going to get good quality stuff.
So make sure you book yourself late in the game. That's what you got to do. So you're getting geared up right now, huh, Rob?
Yeah, we're doing, we're at this point in time. So, there's weekly meetings on the planning meetings, following up, making sure things are progressing where they need to be, and kind of syncing up with different efforts. So we kind of organically got to split certain things based on people's strengths on the organizational side of everything, and then start. Now we're in that home stretch where it's like, okay, most of the groundwork has been laid. It's just following up with things, waiting for things to come in, and and then before you know it, we're only what 4 or 5 weeks out.
I heard the big news, by the way, from Lynx. I don't know.
Yeah, yesterday they made that announcement that we have an exclusive comic book. Here,
smart idea. Very smart idea.
Here you go, Naman. You can. So we have the Unnatural Order, which is going to be it's from Vault Comics, rather, and it's being billed as potentially the largest ordered independent book in years, because what they're doing is the A cover of the book is being given to LCS comic books shops for free. And so they can then sell it for cover price, or they can sell it at a discount. They can do whatever they want with it, but they can get it for free. All the variant covers, though, will have a cost associated with them, and so then people can do exclusives and whatnot. And the story sounds really cool. It's kind of like a supernatural sci-fi book from the creator of X-23, and it's really kind of intriguing. But so we got this cover art done by Matt Wilson. He donated the cover art to us, and then the Comic Mint donated the production of the books. So they covered the cost of getting the books printed and done, and then we're going to get those, and there'll be 250 of them, hopefully, that are in sellable condition. We don't know what the damage and how many will be damaged, but we get 250 of them. There'll be $20 a piece.
Don't tell me you're going to destroy whatever's not in mint condition.
I don't know what we're gonna try to get them replaced. Is what we're gonna try to do.
Dude, even if they don't replace them, you just have to keep them out. Still put them out there. Somebody will give you a few bucks for them.
Right. Well, it all depends on what we can do. If we can get them replaced, then we'll get them replaced, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have some black covers,
but don't artificially destroy them or anything like that. Somebody will buy it. It'll raise more money.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. So anyways, they're going to be, we're going to have a website for them when they go live. We'll announce it, and it'll be, their books will be $20 a piece, plus shipping. And if your state has sales tax, we can't help that because it is a sold item. But 100% of the book sales price goes to Comics Curing Cancer, because we have no overhead on the book.
The nonprofit won't cover won't exclude you from the sales taxes?
No, because it's not being sold through that site, and so we end up with some tax liability that we end up covering, eating ourselves, and some other stuff. I mean, I mean, yeah, because so it's kind of one of those weird things because it's done with us and we're part of this event. But even though the event is officially American Cancer Society, we're not. Now, maybe next year we could if we plan further in advance. This kind of all came together in a very, very short order. We didn't, so it's amazing. It's a miracle that it actually happened.
Wow.
But yeah, so we didn't have the time to kind of get all those ducks in a row. But the important thing is that it's $20 a book. We're gonna hopefully sell out, and that'll all go to Comics Curing Cancer. So
You're gonna have a blank covers?
no. This is our there may be from the manufacturer, but this is just our exclusive variant.
I see. Ah, I see.
So the back here, you can see a little bit. It has the Comics Curing Cancer logo on the back, along with the Comic Mint, who's paid the bill.
So you putting your exclusive variant cover on someone else's title, right?
Unnatural Order is the name of the comic,
Yeah.
right? It's being released by Vault, and then we have our exclusive variant covers, the Comics Curing Cancer exclusive variant.
I see.
And then that'll be available, correct?
So you said that they're giving out all the 8 covers for free to the LCSs?
Vault Comics is, yeah.
Are they putting your branding on those 8 covers as well?
No.
That's a shame.
Our branding is only on our exclusive variant.
It's a shame. It would have been nice for them to be able to get the
Yeah. Sure, but
distribution out there.
again, this was I mean, that's not exactly how it's not like we went to Vault to get these, because Vault's
Oh, I understand.
Vault's charging the Comic Mint, and Comic Mint's covering the cost of the books that we're getting. So
Well, I completely understand. I was just asking. Maybe Volt wanted to get somehow involved or something like that. But
well, again, yeah, who knows? Maybe next year we have more depending on what we do, because every year we're getting, we change and grow and learn a little bit more. So I have a suspicion that that'll continue. It'll continue to evolve and grow as we continue to hit. First step first is we hit a huge stride last year. We had just hoped to. Originally, I had hoped to just do better than Cardboard Crazies did. Right? I was sort of please just let us make 10K, because 8K seemed like such a big number to me, and then we ended up blowing out of water and hitting 22.
Yeah.
I had no doubt in my mind that you were going to hit 10K. Between the channels, the way you set it up for a full weekend, I knew you were going to hit 10K. That was not.
I'm going to donate some. I'm going to call it Bronze Age mystery box.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, the other thing that would be great is potentially. No, I mean, I'll give you an invite. Is that Friday early evening? Izzy is going to be hosting a special edition of the Sketchy Show, where we're going to have several different community artists come on and draw some stuff, and then auction off their creations.
Oh, okay.
Towards the end of the show, that potential, I will, like to connect you to Izzy and see if potentially you can join the show.
Yeah,
if you're available.
I bought a whole bunch of sketch covers from the Baltimore Con.
Awesome.
You mentioned something to me about possible involvement of the Insomniac, but you never followed up on it.
Right. Well, actually, it's on my list to do this weekend, but I'll do it right now live on the air. It's fine. The question, there's twofold. One was whether or not still, if you want to do something on Insomniac, and then we can kind of discuss what that would look like, aside from your guys' normal theater, or if you'd rather pass on that and or both. Obviously, you have an invitation to join Izzy's channel as well to do the.
I actually have a really good idea.
Okay.
Based on what you just told me with Sketchy, with the Sketchy Show. What if we do an Insomniac one of those nights, either Friday night or Saturday night, and I could get a few people amongst the Insomniacs to draw out some horror or adult themed type of stuff that would earn some money for Comic Curing Cancer. I think that would be kind of cool.
Okay.
I
don't have no problem with another, because it's different, and it's plus you come up with you're at in October, so you're coming up on Halloween's the following weekend pretty much, and everything else. So that's fine with me. Absolutely.
I'm like drawing horror stuff right now, and I'm thinking, I'm listening to you right now as you're talking about sketchy show, and I'm
Mhm.
like, you know what? Why not? Why not bring an element to that late night? There's a lot of people that are freaking up all night Friday and Saturday night. So if we pick one of those nights and we pull a good clip, like a really really good clip, I think we could have some real fun with it.
About how many is this?
Yeah.
About 10?
Nice.
So if you
Yeah,
guys, anybody want to draw on this, I can send it to you guys.
I just need to know for sure and which night we're going to do it, so
Right.
I can start recruiting people,
right.
and preparing.
I would think that the Friday night would be better. Coming depending upon what time you want to start.
Okay.
The Friday night would kind of spill.
I could hit it right after the mix.
Yeah, it'd be right after mix essentially, and it would flow into the morning where then we have Whack Comics comes on.
What time is Whack supposed to start?
Hold on.
Like 5 a.m. or something like that?
I gotta pull up the schedule. I don't know off the top of my head. Sorry. I think it might be 7 a.m. Eastern. You may not run that long. I don't know, but it fills a big gap.
Yeah, I think I could do that.
I'll go on Insomniac, and I'll do one with the Easy as well. So
I think I could do that. We might even be able to pull it off to 7 a.m. depending on who we have. If I clear my schedule out, I think I might be able to pull that out. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Put me down for Friday night.
Let me pull this. If I find where the hell did I put
Friday night.
I'm in the wrong Google Drive. No wonder I can't find it.
Even if I'm by myself doing it, nobody else wants to do it, I could probably crank out a lot of upside down stuff, a lot of wacky stuff to get people to somehow participate.
I'll participate.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, he goes till 7 a.m. Eastern time is when he starts.
All right. We'll try to get it.
And I think DJ's running till about midnight. So,
how familiar are you with raids from one channel to the other? Because there's a new thing going on with YouTube with raiding one channel to the other. If we could somehow coordinate it before that, where we raid, like after one show ends and the other one's starting, we raid from one show to the other. It could bring all the audience from one to the other.
The goal on this is not only to have the show schedule and stuff will be posted with links and stuff, but also for the people who are doing the shows to know what's coming up right after them and whatever, so that they can, as they're exiting their winding down their show, they can, or throughout their show, even promote what's next on this, what's coming up after. Hey guys, after this, we're going to be, the show moves over here. And
yeah. I think all that radio is you announce it and people just jump over to that channel and say hi.
No, when you raid it, it pushes everybody that's in the chat from one chat to the other.
I don't know how
people physically do it. That's what raid is. I've done the raid before.
Oh, you have done it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it exactly. I gotta figure it out.
What it is you host of one channel. You say, hey, if you go to this channel and put a hashtag so and so, then I'll give you something. And people go over to that channel and.
No, there's a YouTube feature where you press it, but every channel has to be linked in some way. But every channel has to be accepting of it. So if everybody knows what's happening, you literally click that button, and as soon as your live ends, everybody jumps into the next live.
Why don't we do this? Why don't you, CJ,
yes,
use the Google machine and do the research for us?
Oh,
I just might. You know what? I will. We'll do that. I'll figure. Even if it's me pushing everybody into whack in the morning, it could work out well. And we'll take it from there. We'll
other creators with the YouTube live redirect.
Look at you. I gave that assignment to somebody else, but you overachiever, you.
yeah. Raid feature.
I told you.
There's
There's definitely something to do. Yeah, it should be fun. It should be definitely fun.
Why can't anyways, I got that booked on my schedule. All right, cool. It's on my schedule now.
Are you gonna put me in a freaking chat?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh,
It's getting there.
Who's getting what? What do you mean you're getting there?
Rob knows what I mean.
I hadn't actually thought about creating a chat for everybody, but I mean we might. But you know me, if I create it, I'll tear it down later.
Please. I would love that so much.
I see. Cool.
Right now, because I'm getting about to the chat limit on what I can freaking process in a day.
I'm definitely chatted out.
Especially 12, especially for the members of the community who think that even though I subscribe to your channel if I want to and turn on notifications if I want to, that somehow I need you to post in 12 chats every video, every short, everything you do. It's like, look, I do it once a week. On Saturdays, it's the only thing I post the link in chat rooms to. Just a 30-minute heads up. Only Slabs is coming.
I'll tell you something. That's a surefire way to get me not to watch your stuff.
See, I don't mind if it's somebody doing it like once a week like that for me personally. But when it's like every freaking, hey, I just launched a short, please go watch it. No.
No, I'll only post some of my clips or something if I find it like somehow funny or entertaining or something. Then I'll put it in there. You know, like if there's a reason why I'm putting it in there. I'm not gonna put every random thing, but I also put a lot of crap up. So you don't want to.
That's like I want to put the other stuff that'll just put that in my. If I want to share that on Instagram, then I'm going to share it on my feed or my stories. You know what? And then people will get it that way. I'm not going to force feed it down people's throats. So that's just me. I'm a grumpy old man.
K-pop, can I count on you?
She agrees, though.
K-pop, can I count on you joining me and Naman on this so far? Let's put her on the spot.
Who this new phone?
I'm going to try to recruit Dracula on there, too.
There you go. I hope she
I know you keep saying that, K-pop. I know you keep saying this. That's why I know about it.
I hope she replies back, who this new phone?
Who's what new phone?
Who dis? New phone.
I don't know. Who's this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Miss So raid feature is auto built into Twitch, so you can use it. Yeah, Twitch. I've heard that that's the case.
I think YouTube is a little bit different.
No, it's newer in YouTube. This just recently started.
To me, a Twitch is when I'm having a convulsion. Eating goldfishes. Are they so delicious? Gone goldfishing?
Who do you think? Do you know who's who? I'll get in touch with Izzy anyway. Just to make sure we don't overlap with the same talent.
Yeah, well, Izzy doesn't. I don't know if he has much of anybody yet, but I was just confirmed with him yesterday and was asking him if he wanted me to steer some people towards him. Because I know that Roscoe is going to probably go on with him, and
I'll officially announce it Monday when I have you guys on.
Ooh, magically.
Magic.
But I'll start recording before that.
Now I got a real should we I would say this is last year. I'd be down to do art on C3. I got a question though for you, K-pop. When it comes to goldfish, have you noticed a difference, or do you have a preference to the whole grain ones or the standard goldfish? I'm curious, only because I have found that I have an affinity for one over the other. And my kids think that I'm insane, but they taste exactly the same.
I'm gonna guess you like the wheaty one better.
I do like the whole grain ones better.
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
don't
the
know
whole
why.
grain
For,
ones.
for
I like
some
the
reason,
sesame ones. You ever eat the sesame ones?
no.
You ever eat the Pepper Farms sesame ones that taste like crackers?
No.
They're really
The other
good.
day though, I had the rainbow ones, and it was really weird to me that they tasted just like goldfish, but my mind could not handle the colors.
Yeah, no.
Didn't reflect the color, but I like the mega cheddar ones that are white cheddar. Oh, okay.
I can't eat the colored ones.
The ones my son eats all the time are actually the pretzel fish
I
ones.
need to try white cheddar ones.
Yeah.
Anything with artificial colors on it, I'm not like really
Well,
a fan.
that's a lot of food.
Has a lot of food.
Isn't that right, Mr. Kool-Aid Man?
Yeah, exactly.
Ew, Glenn.
All natural in here. It's all
I've
natural.
never liked those. I've never liked salt and vinegar chips. I've never liked salt and vinegar anything.
You know what's really funny is my wife loves those things. I don't find them awful, but I'm not a huge fan of them. However, I love malt vinegar on my French fries.
Well, yeah, I've had malt vinegar on my fries, but like I don't know, for some reason the chips always just smell like feet or something to me. Like I can't. It's
The vinegar chips and oregano chips actually were big in Europe for years, like way
Yeah, you
before.
kind of get at Costco what you get. You know what I love? Actually, I've really found an affinity for. I really like is the olive oil and black pepper Triscuits with a slice of salami and extra sharp cheddar.
Oh, you're getting way too fancy on me right now.
That's like that. That is like phenomenal. But the
That sounds good,
Triscuits were okay, but when they put the olive oil with cracked black pepper on it, it was like took it to the whole new level. I was like, oh my god, you guys got fancy now.
Any particular?
Well, that's like in high school, like the best chips like the two chips that people ate when I was in high school were either Doritos, the Cool Ranch, because of course like 2000s Cool Ranch.
How can you go against Doritos? Doritos are Doritos.
The Tom's cracked black pepper. We used to love the crap out of those.
For us out here, I remember it was when Ruffles came out. It was Ruffles that took over the school by storm. Because there was also a Frito-Lay factory here, so they would usually we got field trips to the Frito-Lay factory and stuff, but which is far better than getting the field trip to the pig slaughter. But so Ruffles when they came out, those became the king. Otherwise, it was always Pringles, man. Pringles
are badass.
Hell yeah.
Until your hand got stuck in the tube.
You put those potato chips in your tuna fish sandwich, and that was like
man.
Or your peanut butter and jelly. Give it some nice crunch, salty crunch.
You want to get me to run away from you in a heartbeat? Open up a tuna fish sandwich in front of me.
Really?
I will bolt. I can't take the smell of it. I can't.
Really?
I can't.
Hey, Nauman, make sure that you bring cans of tuna fish with you when you go to HeroesCon next year.
That's tuna fish sandwich, I swear.
Anytime he gets too touchy or whatever, just crack open that can.
Anytime he complains about my fart.
Wait till you had tuna fish farts.
Oh my god! Don't give this guy ideas.
I was about to say, our biggest thing was Fruitopia. You remember Fruitopia? Oh,
still dig Kringles. Yep.
Drank the crap out of Fruitopia.
What it was Fruitopia? I never even heard of it.
Oh my god, Fruitopia! It was like Gatorade, but it was like worse, like worse for you. Like there was no electrolytes. It was like Fruitopia was like
that's
fruit soda.
Just shitty colored water. That's what it was.
Pretty much. It was just like fruit soda.
We had water, we had Kool-Aid, and we had High C and Tang.
It was kind of like
the high C we had came in a can, and you had to have like a freaking big old tool that pierced it, hooked on the end, and you pierced it in, and then allowed you could pour out of the can and then screw the top back on because we were fancy, didn't just have a little church keyhole or something. But
I don't remember that, but
yeah, High C in a can. Nothing was worse
it.
than when you pulled the can of High C out of the fridge, well, you were barefoot and then dropped the freaking can that held half a gallon of freaking soda.
We used to do a tang with a little an ice tray and then put a little.
Yeah,
That,
it was Kool-Aid also. We did that with
Tang was
Kool-Aid.
cool. Tang was cool to drink. It's like astronauts drink it.
Juicy juice cans. Huh? Oh, you know what the cans I had at school was? We'd get the Welch's purple grape juice, the Concord grape juice. That would come in a can. You could take. That was before we didn't have juice boxes. We didn't have Capri Sun pouches. That didn't exist yet.
Nah.
So the closest thing we had was the little freaking Welch's grape juice can. Was something you could take with you to school without otherwise you had to buy the milk from the lunch line, or else you had to go get water out of the fountain.
Okay, here you go. I got it.
Hawaiian Punch came in a can too, I think.
what's this?
Yeah, Fruitopia. Watch this. There you
I don't
go.
remember that.
Oh, I remember that logo.
Hey, are you gonna give me a copyright strike?
I think that's what the weird old millennial.
Yeah, I don't even think Fruitopia exists anymore.
Yeah. Fruit flavor with high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah. That was definitely not a Gen X drink.
No. From Minute Maid, no less, though. We were the people who grew up on Jolt.
Fruitopia.
Come on.
Remember for a minute, Minute Maid actually competed with Tropicana?
I remember
Just for a minute.
ball.
So out here, it always did because Minute Maid was a stronger thing out here on the West Coast. I thought. Well, it depends on what it was. We always had Minute Maid orange juice because the orange juice was. I think the reason why was, if I think back to it honestly. So my grandfather worked for the American Can Company,
Mm-hmm.
and back then, people they bought they supported their own business. The people who fed them, they supported them. So like my grandfather in his house, everything in that house was food products that were canned by the American Can Company. If it wasn't canned by the American Can Company, then my grandmother was not allowed to buy it. And I believe that Coca-Cola, or who owned Minute Maid, I believe, was canned by the American Can Company. And so they always had the frozen from concentrate Minute Maid, never the Donald Duck orange juice or the Tropicana or the others. Yeah, frozen juice in a can. Yeah, that was the concentrate. They still do that. Glitter and duct tape.
Yeah, they still do that.
Yeah, I actually
I
prefer
haven't
it.
seen that in years.
Oh yeah, no, it's in the freezer
that's
section.
cool, right? Yeah.
The frozen from concentrate. One can of frozen concentrate, 3 cans of water.
Yep. Our big thing here was the Minute Maid lemonade. We love the lemonade Minute Maid. That stuff's so good, especially in the concentrate.
Those are really strong drinks.
I like the lemonade better than the orange juice that the Minute Maid
Yeah,
made.
I like the lemonade way more than the orange juice.
I was a Tropicana kid.
I like Tropicana.
Whenever my mom made the Kool-Aids,
I also think that Minute Maid was from California oranges versus Tropicana was from Florida oranges. So it might be
That
a
might be the reason why.
East-West Coast thing.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why. Tropicana was always pushed harder here.
Yeah, I remember they were big about advertising that they were Florida oranges on their Tropicana cans and stuff.
my mom made the worst Kool-Aid drinks ever because she would try to save it. Like she
watered down the Kool-Aid?
Yeah, she would water down the Kool-Aid. So
Oh, that's terrible.
yeah, and
My favorite flavor was the
she
blue.
never will water down those frozen one because it has a specific instruction, So those.
And what do you do? Chop it in half and save the rest for later? You can't even do that. You have to use it up.
Yeah, so that was really good. But whenever she did the powder Kool-Aid, it never tasted any good.
Because you watered it up.
Yeah, unless you go to church and then when you go.
I got a huge tub of Kool-Aid outside in the pantry because we just had our big summer barbecue, and we usually get every year we do the summer barbecue. I get those big giant, 5-gallon insulated igloo jugs. and how we do our drinks for the barbecue. Instead of buying all these cans of soda stuff, it's like I got a big old jug of iced tea, sweet tea, a big old jug of lemonade, a big old jug of Kool-Aid tropical punch, and a big old jug of water. And then you have a keg of beer and a keg of root beer, and that's it. And anything else, you got to bring yourself. I think
Oh, that
okay,
might be, we had in
special
college,
spoon.
we had a Kool-Aid and Everclear. That was our drink. Our
Kool-Aid and Everclear?
Yeah.
Did you mix the two?
PJ juice. Yeah, PJ juice. Kool-Aid, Everclear. You put a bunch of fruit in there. We did.
Man,
We did Kool-Aid. We put a bunch of fruit in there.
it
I
was,
think he said
it was
PJ, like pajamas.
Yeah, PJ juice is what we called it.
Put your pajamas on because when you drink it, you're going to sleep.
You're going to bed. We would.
you don't want to wake up. You don't want to have
Purple Jesus. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Purple Jesus.
Purple Jesus, PJ juice, baby. Oh man, we used to use the. We would use the fruit punch Kool-Aid, but we would add fruit. We would put like pineapple in there and
Look at
cherries.
you fancy trying to make it
Oh,
like it's
yeah, we
freaking
put all
moonshine.
that, and then you would eat the fruit. Oh, screw drinking the drink. If you screwed around and ate a piece of that fruit,
Wait, did you get the Kool-Aid? Did you get the Kool-Aid with the sugar already in it, or did you get the Kool-Aid that you had to add sugar?
No, we got the stuff you had to add sugar because you were already putting the fruit in there, so it was already going to be sweet anyway. And we
Because that was a big deal. When they made Kool-Aid with sugar already added in it, families were rejoicing. It was like a big deal.
Yeah, but then some people would go, "Oh, but I don't get as much because the volume was like sugar." You realize how much sugar went in that stuff because like I did the same thing with the iced tea mix. Like if you buy like a big old jar of iced tea mix and it's got real sugar in it, it only makes a couple pitchers. But you get the stuff like when it had like the artificial sweetener like saccharin, dude. That thing would make like 72, 100 pitchers.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like the sweetness level on the artificial sweeteners was off the hook.
See, my father's place, the when he first started, he had a shop. It was a bakery, and it was also like almost like a luncheonette style kind of place, but it didn't have regular food. It just had drinks and pastries and stuff. So we had those big tanks that you filled up with juices yourself, and like you could pour it out like a dispenser. So one of my jobs when I was like 6, 7 years old was fill it up with Kool-Aid, one with Kool-Aid, one with lemonade, and one with whatchamacallit, I think fruit punch. So when they made the ones with the pre-mix in there, I was the happiest person on earth because my job got so much easier because I had to sit there and, as a little kid, try to figure out how much sugar I had to put per thing, and I didn't know how to read the directions well. My father was an immigrant. He's like, "You read it. You should know," So I was happy as hell making those.
What about? Does anybody else remember? Like, for those of us that are old enough, that you used to go like when you had a party or something. You'd go to like the McDonald's to get like the orange drink mix in the frickin'. They'd rent out the big igloo container and fill it with their orange drink, and the cups and stuff. That was like what a lot of people would do.
I do remember that actually. I vaguely remember that.
Right? Yeah. It's like I'm going to McDonald's to go get the orange drink for the party.
I also remember having a McDonald's birthday party was a big deal.
Yeah, because they had McDonald's playlands and stuff. And the parents could just, it was enclosed and they could just go, they just throw you out there and McDonald's would have like hats and sitting with Burger King and stuff. They do these things that would cater to the kids that as a place to go to have your party. And all the time, man. They even did cakes. Even my youngest
6 or 7 year old birthday party was at McDonald's, like my parents thing where they did the birthday party.
Kids, it's the greatest place in the world practically, and that's where they wanted to have it. And what's great is I got to put, like I said, McDonald's would even do a cake for
one of the kids at my birthday party was having so much fun that he like didn't go to the bathroom and crapped his pants and had to leave early.
It was like
dude.
For us, McDonald's was like having a McDonald's party was like having Chuck E. Cheese parties for the millennials.
Yeah. We only ate McDonald's on Sundays. Sundays,
Any
like
fast food place, really? Yeah.
yeah, Sundays like after church or something like that. Before you went to like grandma's house, he would like my parents would like stop and get us both a Happy Meal or something like that.
That was a
That's the
treat.
only time you go to McDonald's.
It was treat,
Yeah.
and McDonald's was not cheap.
Yeah. For us back in the day too, there was no nuggets yet. It was all just burgers only.
No,
Yeah.
I had nuggets growing up.
Oh, really? There was no nuggets initially
There
for
was no
me.
nuggets.
I mean, I remember when they
I-
came. I remember when they came out, but
Somewhere in the
initially,
80s, right? It came out somewhere in the
Yeah.
80s.
yeah, exactly.
By the time I actually got to McDonald's for the first time, they actually had it though. I remember the commercials, watching the little McDonald's face things that they
Yeah.
made, and the fry guys.
They came out. Yeah, well, the Fry Guys had been out for a while. The Nuggets came out. Nuggets came out around the same time as Early Bird McBird when
It was
they
like
started
little,
doing.
little baby nuggets, right?
Yeah,
They
they had
were-
they were like little 6 of them and stuff, and then they on a little stick. But then the Early Bird McBird came out about the same time too, when McDonald's started doing breakfast and stuff. But Miss So, yes, the Crystal Light lemonade. I remember when that stuff came out. I remember we started bringing that with us on Boy Scout camping trips, because when you go to purify water, the purified water would taste not good, and so you would mix some of the Crystal Light packets you could easily dump into your canteen in order to cover the water. And I remember one of our scout leaders thought that they were for individual drinks, and he was but it was supposed to be for like a quart or something, and he's like drinking it, and he's going, "This is really strong lemonade." And we don't explain to him that it was not single serving; it was supposed to serve a bunch of people. And once he did it that way, he goes, "Oh, this stuff's boring. It doesn't pack the same punch."
Any comments?
Do you remember the Arch Deluxe?
15 cents. There you go.
You remember the Arch Deluxe?
The Arch Deluxe, the McDLT, the freaking.
Oh, I remember the McBLT.
The
Yeah,
Arch Deluxe was actually really good.
Yeah.
For a McDonald's burger, it was pretty damn good. I don't know why it didn't survive.
I don't really care for burgers over there too much often anymore, but
That was the only burger I enjoyed in McDonald's.
I still like the fish sandwich.
yeah, the first one of the things I liked the most from them, if they had it, but they don't have it anymore or very often, they had their fire nuggets for a while that were pretty good, because
I don't remember those.
when you were in your car, you could eat them. You didn't have to dip them in sauce and stuff, and it was easy to eat.
Oh, the McRib is back.
No.
Jeez.
We don't do the McRub. We don't.
The other thing that was good, the other
Yeah.
thing that they used to, the other thing that they had that was good that you could eat in your car was when they had their snack wraps, because you could get like the Mac snack wrap and get the flavor of that Big Mac, but in a tortilla, so you could eat it while you were driving without it going all over the goddamn place. And so we now periodically we make them at home now that you guys get some special sauce and get all the stuff and just smash the burgers down and make your own Mac snack wraps. But
Honestly, there's not a lot that I could still eat in McDonald's anymore.
no, I don't like. It's my least favorite place.
I could have the fries if they're fresh on
What
the
really
spot.
went downhill for me was was Taco Bell. I ate at Taco Bell a couple years ago, and I started eating. Like I got the nacho grande, and I was like, yeah. And I started eating it, and I was like, this tastes like crap.
Taco
Oh,
Bell
yeah.
is pretty awful.
Everyone. It's not great, but every once in a while, I still find myself craving some taco. The other day, I went and got a 6-pack of tacos. I was like, "Oh, that haven't." I got.
I like
Uh,
I
One
like,
of the young ones who works with me.
I don't
was
like
like,
those.
have you ever heard this thing called a Mexican pizza? I was like, they're back. And he was like, yeah, like I ate one the other day and it was pretty good. And I was like, man, I'm afraid to go get one because if I go get one, it tastes like crap.
That used to be a lot better back in the days, though. The Mexican pizza, like
Yeah,
a
they
lot
used
of
to have olives on those things.
So
When,
good.
they used to have. They don't put olives on that thing anymore.
olives.
Yeah, they used to have olives on that Mexican
I don't
pizza.
remember olives.
You
Yeah, they used
put the mild sauce on there too, and just
I think personally, Taco Bell has gone downhill big time. They used to have a lot nicer. They used to have a lot better. They used to have the big border taco. Remember the big border taco? That was better than the regular.
So
taco.
what you're saying, CJ, is you don't think that Taco Bell is going to win the fast food wars, and that in the future, not all restaurants will be Taco Bell?
Well, I don't. Well, listen, I don't know if it was a Demolition Man.
There you go.
Fisherman, yeah.
I don't know what kind of stunts Taco Bell might pull in the future. You know, you don't necessarily have to be the best to win.
That's right.
It's sawdust. It's a D-. Go.
Oh man, but Taco Bell has gone downhill so much.
Crunchwrap was so good.
I'll tell you, of the fast food places, the one place that like I refuse to eat is rat burgers are the future, right? Is Jack in the Box. And I know a lot of people who love Jack in the Box.
Oh, I love Jack in the Box.
Right. See, there's
we don't
Tylox,
have
but
we don't have any here.
But as a kid, when I was growing up, every time, without fail, when there was a news report of an outbreak of foodborne illness at a restaurant, it was always Jack in the Box.
It's always Jack in the Box. But it's so worth it. It's so worth the salmonella. It is so worth it. It's so good.
I actually like those little burgers from Castle.
The sourdough burger is so.
White Castle.
Those little burgers from South.
I don't like the little boogers, but I like the burgers that they have sometimes.
I say burger, dude.
I heard boogers. We all heard you. You like boogers.
No.
Let's see. What was it? Actually, I think the best fast food place that I can always eat at and it always tastes good, Hardee's.
Yeah, Carl's Jr. out here. It's Hardee's.
I've never had it. That's
a solid fast food burger. I mean, that's with before, and it's at the limit. You should still get that burger for less than $10. It's not like Five Guys where it's a better burger, but it's like $15.
Yeah,
and it's tiny. The Five Guys burgers are tiny.
At least
I
it's
don't
a
get
double
full with
patty.
one burger.
Yeah, but you can fill up on their damn fries.
I was about to say,
I haven't been there in a long time.
It's true, but I'm not a big fan of the fries. That's the thing.
The Hardee's or Carl's Jr. Mushroom and Swiss. Oh my God, it's too good.
I always wanted to go to Hardee's just because of the models they use in those commercials.
What?
And Carl's Jr.
is very good.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to Whoppers? Whoppers?
I don't. So I
Not
have
a
found
fan.
that first of all, the Burger King burger is fundamentally better once I've learned that I don't get ketchup and don't get tomato on it because I don't like sweet on my burger. It's fundamentally better. But I have learned through the ability, so like if I order, like we ordered there the other day for lunch, or actually today for lunch, I will get their double cheeseburgers and I will add lettuce and whatever toppings I want to it. Yeah. And I can get 2 of those.
Oh yeah.
For half the price of a double Whopper with cheese.
Yep.
And it's the same amount of meat. or approximately, because it's 4 Whopper Junior patties essentially, and all the rest of it. So I get full, and it costs me half the money. And same thing for my wife. My wife used to order just a normal Whopper, and I get you a double cheeseburger and put all those toppings on there. And even with their upcharge for those extra toppings, it's about 60% of the cost.
Yeah.
Culver's. There's a good one.
I've recently found Culver's. Culver's is incredible.
No, you're good.
I just can't go to Culver's all the time, but they do have good food there.
We don't have them out here where I'm at. I only see them. No, you're there.
The
come in, Namin. We have come in, Namin.
2 of you were circling like a.
Nope, we're good. It's all your problem. All right, good. We'll carry on without you then.
Yeah, Culver's is good. One thing that I always loved was the Burger King fries. Burger King fries are the best fries. I don't know. No. I love their fries.
They used to be back in the day pretty darn good, but they've been garbage ever since they changed their current. Now I always get onion rings. I get onion rings now instead because their fries haven't been good for a couple of years. The best back in the day was your Hardee's / Carl's Jr. back when they used to have crinkle cut fries back in the late 70s, early 80s.
White Castle still has the crinkle cuts.
Nice. You guys are like what do you call that? I used to just take a Long John Silver fish, put it in the burrito wrap, put some coleslaw in there, and put some salsa. It's a good hack. Good fish taco.
Okay, I guess that could work. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Although I like Arthur and Treacher's much better than Long John Silver. If there's anything,
I haven't liked Long John Silver since I was a kid. That's
we'll be close here. I think they
Long
all
John
close.
Silver's and KFC.
What would be good is if I put some of those crumbs they give you, those crumbs, and then
Okay, those are good, but
Well,
I
of
love
course,
the Hush Puppies at Arthur and Treacher's.
yeah, I like that place too. I actually like that place, but that's even harder than the Long John Silver to find.
There's only one that I know of in my area.
Long John Silver in my area is all gone.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen one in forever. I mean, we still got a Red Lobster, but that's not fast food.
well,
But then again, I still have a Sizzler out here, so
I don't know how you have a Sizzler. The old extinct.
Sizzler.
I know we still have one.
Is it a buffet Sizzler?
Sizzler it has a salad bar buffet area, and then it had like steaks and ribs and all kind and stuff like that.
We're going to Sizzler.
One in
Their claim to fame used to be all you could eat shrimp and
Mhm.
all you could eat ribs back in the day.
Probably why it closed down.
Yeah,
They still get all you can eat shrimp.
I agree with Miss though. She digs the curly fries from Arby's. I buy those fries at Walmart, or whatever. Like when I go buy
Curly
fries,
fries
I
are
buy
good.
those, or I buy the what was the other ones that I came across? Checkers. You can get Checkers fries at like grocery stores and stuff.
You know who used to make the best fried chicken? You're gonna say I'm crazy. Roy Rogers. They used to make the best freaking crispy fried chicken.
I haven't had any of that. I've had Red Robin. Red
It
Robin
was so good.
They just have tenders, man.
No, not tenders. I'm talking about real chicken.
No, I'm talking to Tylox because he said Red Robin. And I was like, all they have is tenders. I mean,
Red Robin. Ugh.
We had burgers at ours. We had burgers at Red Robin.
No. But I'm saying, but you said fried chicken. We were talking about fried chicken, and you said
okay.
Red Robin.
Oh.
And I'm like, the only fried chicken they have is tenders, man. No, of course they have burgers at Red Robin.
Best fried chicken would probably be
Popeyes.
KFC's horrible.
Popeyes.
Maybe now.
I love Popeye.
Maybe now.
Popeyes.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase this. Hold on. I have to clarify. Popeyes, spicy
Yes.
on the bone.
Yeah.
Not your strips.
Yeah.
Not your not spicy.
Crispy.
It's
You
just
get the flavor from the bone.
crispy, spicy.
and I'll give them this. You know what? They know how to actually. I consistently like when you get the chicken breast from them. It's consistently juicy
You're right.
throughout 2L. It's not like dried out or other crazy crap. I give them props for that. I'm always impressed because I'm not a big fan of the breast meat. Usually, I prefer legs and thighs when I get chicken.
I always like dark meat.
But damn, they do a phenomenal job there.
No, you're definitely right. They're very consistent.
Yeah.
Very, very consistent when it comes to that. I wish they stepped up their side game though.
Yeah, I go there. I just get chicken only and walk out the door. Go home, make my own.
That's what I wish they did. I'm not impressed with their mash. I'm not impressed with their rice.
Yeah, their mashed potatoes are instant mashed potatoes that they leave watery. They're not even very thick. So it's watery instant mashed potatoes. Their French fries are okay at best.
Yeah.
Oh man, I miss.
I mean, they're seasoned wedges, but
I miss the ribs from Oklahoma.
They're
Dave's Hot Chicken. There you go.
the biscuits are
Chick-fil-A's
okay.
got a good sandwich. I do like Chick-fil-A sandwich.
As far as sandwich, it's a good sandwich. I think it's terrible to Popeye
I'll throw
sandwich.
another one out there for fried chicken. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I love Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Chicken.
I don't have any of those over here.
Oh man. Oh, Atlanta. You go to Atlanta, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Oh, you want to know a good one? It's Fat Stacks Chicken.
Well, I'll have to check it out when I'm in California.
I was about to want some Fat Stacks brisket.
I want a fast stacks of ribs.
Fat Stacks. Yeah. Oh yeah, the root beer glazed ribs.
What
Honestly,
would
though,
I have to do? What would I have to do to get you to bring me a brisket, Rob, that you cooked?
Bring you one?
Yeah, from like HeroesCON next year. Bring me a brisket.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he's gonna carry a brisket on the airplane for you.
You might carry on.
Buy me a brisket.
The whole plane is sitting there going like, "What is it we smell?"
I think you can UPS it better than frying it. Just UPS it.
Can we? Yeah, how much does that cost? How much does it
You'd have
cost?
to you have to have it packed in dry ice, and then you'd have to ship it overnight or at least second day.
Honestly, out of all the things that you've described that you've been making and stuff like that, that brisket is probably the one thing I like. If I had to, if you invited me one day over to your house, or you're like, I want to make something, brisket.
Dude,
brisket.
I'll tell you, look, I will admit full-heartedly that when it comes to like all the different things that I cook from a barbecue standpoint, the brisket to me is by far that's my number one game thing. Now, I have a lot of people who tell me that the pulled pork is off the hook, but I'm not a pulled pork guy. I'll eat it, but I'm not a huge fan of it, so I don't appreciate it. Whereas the brisket, I can appreciate it.
Do you make a good? Do you make a good coleslaw?
I don't make the coleslaw. I can't smoke it.
Well,
But other people can, because we'll do you do barbecue tacos where you'll take your tortilla and your pulled pork and your barbecue beans and your coleslaw and a little bit of barbecue sauce on it, and you have yourself a barbecue taco.
Oh, that sounds so good. I'm so glad.
No, definitely. I like pulled pork too. I definitely could enjoy the pulled pork. But
I know you would love the brisket, but you would also love the bacon explosion.
I did see you make that one day. I think that's pretty badass. The way
brisket comes two ways: lean, marbled, or pulled pork is fine. Well, actually, brisket comes one way. It's just two different muscles. So you have the lean muscle, and then you have the point, which is the flat, and then you have the point. And so if you get a whole brisket, then it's both muscles together. Whereas if you go to the store and buy either, sometimes you buy just the packer briskets or the flats, which are all lean. So yeah, usually like if you go to a restaurant or something, someone will ask you if you want it from the flat or the point, or they'll ask you if you want it fatty or lean, just depending upon the place it is. But it's essentially all one piece of meat with two different muscles.
Can you see yourself? Wait, have you started competing again this year or no?
No, the competition hasn't started back up. They've held it off again for some reason. So, which is funny because my cousin who's on the team, who competes with me, he took the time to go to KCBS judges school so he could learn what they're teaching the judges, so that we can adjust. Because ultimately, when we cook for barbecue for our friends and family versus when you cook barbecue for competition, they're different cooks. When you cook for competition, you cook based on a particular what the judges are expecting and what the judges, the local cuisine, how it might tailor that. There's different things, that elements go into it, but you don't necessarily cook it the way that you would eat it or prefer it.
You might, in other words, cook something that's the biggest success with the public, but the judge poo-poo it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I remember one year, like my very first year, when I was doing tri-tips, I cooked the way that I liked them, which was at the time I was doing a bourbon marinade it was a bourbon marinade. I think it was on the brisket and stuff. And it just wasn't but it's not a standard normal California flavor profile. But I cooked it. We turned it in. I thought it was absolutely amazing. My friends loved it. Judges, we got near the bottom because I had all these comments about weird flavor profile and stuff because it wasn't what the judges expected. California is known for tri-tip. It has a very particular flavor profile that they expect. And once we switched to the standard profile the next year, we started winning trophies for brisket. So.
Well, it sounds like they're gearing the whole competition towards local tastes.
Well, there is that, especially if you're doing a meat or a cut of meat that's particular to a region, then they're really going to be keen on that. But even if you don't, there's certain flavor profiles that are come to expect with certain stuff, right? And so when it comes to that, for the judges, they get taught a certain thing, and anything that deviates from what they get taught, really, when you decide to do something completely off the reservation, either you're going to knock it out of the park because you're so different and everybody falls in love with it, or you're going to crash and burn because
So if somebody
because
comes in and does like what's the standard California style? Is it more towards the Texas or more towards the KC?
so for here, right? It's more probably towards KC,
Okay.
but when we talk about depends upon when you talk about a brisket, but when you talk about an individual cut of meat, again, it's different. Because like I said, tri-tips are very much a California cut of meat, and the Santa Maria style tri-tip is by far when we're cooking those is what people are comparing it to in their mind.
So if you go in there and you come in with like a Georgia style, I don't know if you're familiar with the southern, like the Georgia style and that kind of. It's a little bit different from those other types,
Yeah.
and where it's a little more tangy, more vinegary.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if you go in with that type of barbecue, would that like piss them off so much they're like gonna throw you out of the competition?
They're not gonna throw you out.
Well, they're gonna basically bury you in the
so-
bottom. Might as well throw you out.
Well, it's a gamble, definitely. To cook now, you may be that you don't. If you're smart with something like that, you cook the meat and you put your sauce or whatever on the side and let the judges do that. Or you give them both types of sauces or something. But if you put it on there, yeah, it's something that's not normal or how that area is. It's a gamble, and it can pay off for you because you might get the judges that like it, because not all judges have the same flavor profile, and not all food. And this is the crazy part, and this is what you always have to keep in your mind when you're like a barbecue, when you compete in barbecue or any food for that matter. It's not the same people comparing every piece of food that's cooked, right? Because nobody can eat that much. There's so what there's like a bunch of tables that may have like 6 judges at each table, and they'll collect all the food turn-ins. Say they're going to do chicken, they'll come in with all the chickens, and they'll randomly have these containers, and they'll put like 6 containers at each table with 6 different judges, and then they'll take their turn, whatever, opening up a box, looking at it, examining it, and then taking a piece out of that box to put on their plate and pass it on. And you get judged by the people at that table against the other, boxes that got to that table. Meanwhile, the guy who was next to you out on the cooking arena, he could be actually having his food judged by a completely different set of judges.
Yeah.
And stuff, right? And so that's why, like, you could have somebody you can't cook.
Isn't that a little unbalanced though? If you have
it absolutely is. That's why they try to teach these guys to judge based on, they try to say, here's what you look for, here's what you should do, all these types of things, right? But you can't, but ultimately at the end of the day, people's individual personal tastes do factor into all this. It's a very subjective
well,
thing.
anytime you're judging food, it is subjective.
And so they do the best they can. Look, 6 different people are going to taste your food. They're going to give you things. They throw out the high and the low score, and then you get the average of the remaining scores. The different categories are weighted differently, so that way, look, yeah, you get judged on appearance, but appearance is such a low factor that it doesn't matter hardly compared to some other things. All these different elements go into it, and it's a crapshoot.
I was about to say,
I don't do it on a professional level, so on a regular and so it's, to me, it doesn't matter. I just do it for fun, but it is kind of nerve-wracking at times.
It does seem though that they're lacking in actually sophisticated type of judges, as far as having like some real backing as far as being able to critique other people's food.
Well,
have they even gone through culinary school or anything like that?
No. You can sign up to be a judge. Go to go to a class, get a brief education, do some stuff, and then next thing you know, you go to a thing. Now, typically, what they do is for new judges, they put them in either amateur stuff or they'll competitions first until they get some, competitions under their belt, or they'll spread them out with other seasoned veteran judges and whatnot. But it all depends on what they have to work with at any given time.
Are the judges usually like fat slobs, or
I don't know. I don't think so, but
you
you don't generally get to see. They're usually sequestered someplace else away from the cooks.
Oh, that sucks. You don't even get to see them after they
No.
screw you.
No, which is really funny, because I remember one year I really did want to see some of them, just because I got like comments back on our chicken one year. Like one year the year before we had like finished second with chicken, and we came back the next year, did the exact same chicken, and we got like almost near the bottom. And I was looking at my comment cards, and there was like one comment that said, that the skin was tough or something. And I'm like, there was no skin on the chicken. I served chicken thighs that were skinless and boneless, for God's sakes, that were cooked in a form. It's like, how can you tell me that the fucking you must have been eating somebody else's? No, it's, dude, you just move on. It's like, whatever.
See that my nerves would not allow me to do that.
When I was younger, I loved like barbecue. But now, you give me a good mustard-based barbecue, and oh my God, I love it. Oh, it's so good. I think it may be because, like, when I was younger, I ate one thing, and then when I got older, I started trying something else, and it was so different than what I'd ate before.
I'm not a big fan of the mustard coating. I do like the vinegar-based type of sauces, though. I do like that a lot. I like the tanginess to some of them.
See, now for me, I prefer my most of my stuff to be no sauce when I serve it. Right.
Yeah, I like that on the side too. I do.
Yeah, it's on the side. Now, the sauce that I make is ketchup-based sweet heat. So it's ketchup and the sugars and bourbon and brown sugar, a lot of brown sugar. So it's got a nice it's got some cayenne pepper. So it's just got just enough heat to give you a little bit of a tingle, but it's sweet like fucking candy. Oh my God.
I didn't understand this question. What's a sour pizza?
Sal's Pizza. They're saying that Sal's Pizza is big in the U.S. Sal's is a brand.
Everybody, their mother's name is Sal that has a pizzeria. John or Sal or Joe.
Ours here was Miggs.
Tony.
Pizza. Miggs Pizza, and they were from New York. Like they had the accent and everything. We watched them one day. We were sitting in there eating pizza one day at Miggs Pizza, and some dude walked in the door, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And everybody's like stops and looks, and he's like, "Get the fuck out! We kicked you out last week." And this dude was like, "I figured that was last week," and he was like, "No, that's fucking forever. Get the fuck out!" And I was like, "Yo,
put him in the bathroom.
Forget about it. Get out of here!" Like I was
Put him in the bathroom.
Holy shit. He was like, "Yeah, we don't want to do any of that shit here. Once you're kicked out, you're kicked out." We were like eating our pizza, like, "Yo."
What, they insult their pizza?
Huh?
What do you do? Insult their pizza?
Yeah, like he said he didn't like it, and they were like, "Get the fuck out." And he was like, "Do I get a refund?" They were like, "Get the fuck out." And that was it. Like,
that's your refund. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here. That's basically what it comes down to. But yeah, my nerves would get shot with that with those competitions. Down south, honestly, I unfortunately I didn't get to eat any traditional type of Southern food when I was down in North Carolina, but I've been in other places where I did have traditional Southern food, and that's good. But what I've noticed is everything else is kind of shitty as far as the quality of food. I don't know why. Maybe it's the New York mindset that I have. That I have a million places to eat here, and I have variety. But there's so many places that the quality of food and the standards that people have down there is not high. Florida's the worst out of everything. Like they give you like mediocre food, and everybody's telling you ranting and raving how great it is. It's like not. It's like ugh.
You got
Like-
to find mom and pop places like
The
little
mom and
small
pop
places.
that do the southern style food, that I like.
Yeah,
That I like.
because they're genuine with it.
Yeah, that I like. But if a steakhouse, you can't find a good steakhouse down there. I don't know how the place that you went to, Robo. How was that? You went to a steakhouse, didn't you?
I've gone to several.
No, down in Charlotte.
Oh,
I'm
oh
talking
yeah,
about-
yeah. We went. Well, was it a steakhouse? We went. Yeah, we went to a place that was across the street from the hotel. Yeah, we went to a place. DJ Links, his wife and I.
Oh shit! I can't remember the name of that place. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't even go over there.
Well, I know that some people had gone over there once before, and they said they couldn't get seated or something. We went over there, and they said, "Well, you can sit outside," and we're like, "That's perfect. It was fine." It was good. What I've had better. I've had better. No, I would say, look, it was better than the average restaurant steak, but I've had better, too, at the same point, right? So
it's better than a diner steak, but
yes.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, but I mean, out here, I mean, I've got within a couple very short distance, a mile and a half of me, there's 5 high-end steakhouses, including a Michelin star steakhouse. So
And you're not good of the woods. I would expect the standards to be a lot higher.
Yeah, we got a Michelin star steakhouse in the Niners stadium, and that's just around the corner. That's not too far from my house. And then there's a couple others that are, one of them that's a chain, Fleming's. We got a Fleming's steak.
I've been to Fleming's. I don't like Fleming's.
And then of course we have Morton's, and we have
out of the steakhouses that are chain steakhouses, I think Morton's is decent.
Yeah,
and so is Ruth Chris. I think Ruth Chris may be a little bit. Capitol Grill is the best one out of the franchise ones. I think.
One of my favorite places I found recently, or not recently, it was a couple of years ago. You got to go there. Truist Park, where the Braves play. There's a place called the Chop House, and I was like, oh, it's a steak place. Nice. Whoa.
Something, huh?
Yes, John, I am.
It's a steak place. It's a steak place inside Truist Park where the Braves play, and I was like, steak place, and I got like a chopped steak sandwich or something, and as soon as I bit into it, I was like, Jesus Christ, this is good. This is really good. Like, holy crap, this is inside of a baseball stadium. Like,
you want to have a chopped meat? You're gonna go to Bronx, and you're gonna have a good chopped meat over there. It starts and begins there. Chopped meat sandwiches. That's where you're gonna have some good sandwiches like that. Anything else I've tried anywhere hasn't competed.
Best ballpark food value though I've ever had was back. There was a time where for $5, this was probably, I think back, I guess it's been about 12, 15 years now. So I guess it's been a while, but it used to be for $5, you get a sourdough bowl full of clam chowder at the Mariners ballpark when Safeco opened.
Was it decent?
It was good clam chowder. Oh yeah.
I was about to say it probably was. I love clam chowder.
I mean, their sourdough bread was decent. It's no San Francisco sourdough bread, but
the food in Yankee Stadium and in Citi Field is actually pretty decent, but it's expensive as hell. Like you gotta go ready to spend money down there. Like I haven't been to the game where
the stadium was expensive, but it was good.
If I go with my kids, I got 3 kids. I'm not walking away from that stadium after an average game without spending at least $300, $400 in food.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but
it's kind of ridiculous. I could go to a decent steakhouse with that money,
Yeah. Hey, John, I've been a Niner fan since the Raiders left Oakland the first time when they moved down to LA. When the Raiders left Oakland to go to LA, I switched allegiance because the Raiders left me. I didn't leave them. And let's face it, in the 80s, the Niners weren't hard to watch. And then when the Raiders came back, they ruined my baseball stadium. So I didn't care about. I really didn't care for them.
There's a
now
lot of places. There's a lot of baseball teams that are about to move. Apparently,
Well,
I didn't know there was that many of them that were that close to moving.
they try, but the problem is they're all the owners want their ballparks subsidized and everything else, and the Giants ruined that for everybody when the Giants paid for their stadium themselves. And ever since then, everybody said, "Oh, it can be done. We don't want to pay for your stadium," and so now it's teams playing chicken with redevelopment centers and everything else.
I know Oakland's pretty much like gone. Like
that's a whole. So here's the thing with Oakland that nobody talks about, right? So the Oakland A's tried to move first to Fremont, then they tried moving to San Jose, then they tried getting something done in Oakland. So they've been trying to stay in the Bay Area now for 15 years. They've been trying to get something done. What's been happening this whole time, meanwhile, that nobody really talks about is the fact that the Giants have been secretly making it more and more difficult and blocking them from being able to build stuff. They fund these organizations that get up and try to protest against the stuff. They've made it so that way the A's have like no radio coverage here in the Bay Area. They have no television coverage other than cable, essentially.
Yeah.
Everything is about the Giants, and it used to be that the Giants and the A's shared the territory in the South Bay where I live. And what happened is the Giants wanted to build a stadium down in in the South Bay. So the A's said, "Sure, go ahead. We'll give you the territorial rights. Go ahead, no big deal. Build your stadium." And San Jose told them, "No, we're not going to pay for your stadium." So then the Giants went and built their own stadium up in San Francisco out of their own money, built the stadium they're at now. Then sold the team to a new owner. The new owner got it with this expanded territory rights. Now, when the A's wanted to move into the South Bay, and said, "Hey, we'd like to build move South Bay," the Giants said, "No, you can't go there. We own the territory rights." It's like, you only own them because we gave it to you.
Yeah.
So you could build a stadium which you never built.
Apparently, like what? The White Sox are talking about moving if they don't get a new stadium. Milwaukee's talking about moving if they don't get.
Yeah, but those guys all have stadiums that still function.
Pretty new, right?
Those stadiums still function. It's not like the A's stadium. The Oakland Coliseum, which was built in 1968, would have still been a decent baseball stadium. Actually, it was built before 68. They moved in there in 68, but it would have been a decent stadium still if it wasn't for the fact that when the Oakland courted the Raiders to move back from LA up there, they ruined the stadium doing all these additions that were meant to make it into a football stadium. Yeah. It's so bad that sewage backs up in the dugouts. That earlier this year, one of the broadcasters had to move to a new broadcast booth because a possum had moved in and taken over the booth.
But do you know that if that would have happened in Atlanta, one of those broadcasters would have been like, "Oh, this possum," and just snatched it up by its back of its neck and been like, "Yeah, get him out of here." Like,
yeah, but San Francisco, I mean, California is not exactly.
I'm just saying. I mean,
then Tropicana. Apparently, the Tampa Bay's wanting to move because Tropicana Field is, but they are old. That is older park. It's like what 2000.
Not that old. I remember when it was built. Coliseum when it was already 20 years old by then.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you know why the Giants are doing what they're doing? Because you could take the team out of New York, but you can't take the New York out of the team. So they're usually doing New York tactics.
Hey, CJ,
well, maybe the A's should use Philadelphia tactics then.
What's that?
What's your email?
I'm not telling you.
Come on.
Well, you want me to publicly tell you my email?
I'm like, yeah, he's not going to tell you that.
Let's put on
it's Kool-Aid Man1 at gmail.com.
I should make a Kool-Aid Man one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Comic Journey. I'm not giving you my real one. Comic Journey 091
at Gmail.
At Gmail. You can send me all your crap there.
Because when I first heard that too, there was like, there's a possum in the broadcast booth with him, and I was like, go snatch it up by the back of its neck and get it out of there. Like, what do you guys do?
I'm not giving my normal address to publicly to people anymore, and I'm not giving my freaking mailing address to people anymore because I recently got a freaking phantom can of spam from somebody, and I don't know where the hell that came from.
Awesome.
Somebody
Yeah,
sent you
awesome.
spam in the mail.
There was a
That's
note
love
with
right
it.
there.
It would have been awesome if there was a note with it. How creepy is it to get a box with? Here's the thing. It had my address on there as a shipping address, and it had my address as the return address on there.
Oh,
Comic Journey what?
oh.
091.
091@gmail.com.
Yes.
That email address is about to get blown up.
That's great because I don't look at it. So I call it. So I get the box.
I sent you
I'm
an
like, what the
invite
fuck is
to
this?
be admin. I have to go to sleep. I'm going to let you guys. You can close it up.
Well, you gonna make me the admin on this?
Yeah, I just.
I'm not gonna close out your chat.
Yeah, I'm hungry myself. I'm ready to go.
Oh well, just end the stream.
Just kill it. Just kill it.
Yeah, just kill it.
Just kill it, man.
Just kill it.
Say, hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out with us tonight. We really appreciate you joining us.
The
Comic
worm
Book
is
Worm would like to let you know that he'll be on again some point in the future. And if you don't know when that future time is, all you have to do is hit that subscription and notification bell, and then you'll maybe get told when he's on next.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
And I send you this to your email,
Thank you, Norman.
Alex.
Thank you.
I call it. So yeah, somebody sent me a freaking sent me a freaking can of spam with no note, no nothing. My address as the return and as the shipping address. That's kind of freaky. You don't think that's
right?
Fuck that, man. I didn't even open. I opened it at the post office. I went to the garbage can at the post office. I opened it there just in case it was anthrax or something in there. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, I'm not eating this. Like, I freaked out. I was like, no, I don't want to deal with this.
yeah,
You-
Cicatron. That's exactly a good point to bring up. You smoke around your comics, and you told us how you want to sell them. Yeah, dream on, hooker.
What did he say?
Cicatron made a no, that he's smoking around his comics, and earlier, of course, Tylox was talking about how he's going to have to sell his comics. Well, guess who doesn't want to buy them now?
Yeah, they'll air out. They'll air out.
You don't want that special scent?
Bags.
Those
No, sir.
smells really good, actually.
I've had to try to remove cigarette smoke from comics before. It never comes out.
This stuff smells really good, though.
That's what makes it. That's
But
what
that's
makes it a.
Only
What's
when
the word that, what's that word that CGC uses when it's a prestige type of
Pedigree.
Pedigree. It makes it a pedigree collection.
Pedigree.
So once again, make sure, guys, that you like and subscribe this call. Help out Naman here. Hit that notification bell so you know when he's on again next time. And
Yeah,
until
guys.
next time, just remember, CJ doesn't love you.
No.
Naman does though. The worm does. CJ doesn't. So
Y'all be
thanks
good.
for coming by, guys. Thanks for the panel. I'm gonna say good night.
Oh my god, your batteries ran out so quickly.
Mhm.
Like what happened? Like your batteries just drained in like 2 seconds.
Me?
Like I gotta go to sleep. You're like a woman. Like I'm done. I'm gonna sleep now.
I'm gonna sleep, man. I'm old.
You have to hit end the broadcast, though.
I'm a freaking 60-year-old man. Good night,
Yeah,
guys.
he's not stopping it, is he? He's keeping it.
I know
rolling.
it's that end button.